Hello and good evening, chat. How are you? Super glad to have you here tonight on Christy's birthday episode. Yeah. Yay!
Yay!
So excited. It's just so cool. Oh right, I was gonna fix name tags while we on the chats. We got some thunder rolling in the background here to put us in the zone from last week's episode.
You guys didn't hear that.
Oh yeah. Change some nameplates around here. Viewers, how are you feeling this evening? Having a nice Saturday, hopefully. I hope. Since there, and then we'll have Grundy after that. And then we won't have Ashifar. Night, yeah. Okay.
Hashtag soon. TM soon.
Oh, yes, I don't think so. Okay. Oh my goodness, there's so many things.
I don't like that laugh. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
So much planning after last week, and then today, really, today. There's just so much amazing stuff for you to run. I don't know where y'all headed next. There's some plot hooks. There's some that overlap. So there's some options that might get you a few birds with one stone. But I took like a reverse history into everyone's backstory today.
Ooh.
And like really just peddled through all the details as many as I could get, and and then kind of went through the story as we've done it so far. Like just did a backtrack to get a bunch of weave things a little tighter here. So okay. Anyway, enough of me talking about it. Let's play it. Last week, gosh, the crew recovered after an intense. I'd like to call it a meeting, but it's more of a confrontation turned meeting with a contact at the Order of Spectres. A crew went to the festival, Vesher's Light, and supported Liazana and really they all went together to get Ash back. And then one of them had some specific news for Liazana. Well, they roughly managed to sort that out with Liazana signing a magical contract, binding her to be unable to attack or cause harm, to any any member of the Order of Spectres. However, the contact seemed to be on her side a bit, and the Order of Spectres started out as something entirely different, and left this open enough so that Liazana could order her crew to do that, deal a finishing blow, so on. And of course, Liazana knows that the penalty is instantaneous death, from which you cannot return. I hope that cost will never be worth it, at least, but I guess we'll see where the story takes us. Crew retrieved from the warehouse. They were told that they'll get information. I think it was Liazana specifically was told that the contact will send her information if she really wants to better understand where the Order of Spectres started. That might help her understand some other aspects of it and find the people maybe she's looking to find. In a small island nearby, there's a tribe which has sacred texts. They regard them as sacred texts. Then within those somewhere, there's a section that includes the origins of the Order of Spectres, among probably other important things, at least to this tribe. They will get that information on the location of that island probably the next day. After returning weary from the day's events and the past several weeks' events to their ship, the Tempest, a storm broke out. Heavy rain, terrible thunder. Um, at the very end of the session, footfalls up the gangplank. Titania, with Ekracus sloped over her shoulder, leaning on her for support, in pain. Titania asked the crew if they had a doctor. She didn't trust anyone in town with Ekracus, a friend from early childhood. And asked if there was a doctor that could look him over. And he seemed... His other hand was wrapped around his torso, as though it was in a great deal of pain, a lot of wincing on his face. Seemed very in a weakened state. Rain pouring all over all of you, and I'm going to pick it up right there. Please, do you have a doctor on the ship?
It was me and Grundy, and
Okay.
and I gave Grundy inspiration.
Perfect. Okay, so Grundy will wipe off his glasses in the rain, and sure, let's go below decks. Get out of here. And he'll scoop underneath to try and give a hand, and get you all down to probably into the galley. I think that's we'll go into one of the bedrooms, the empty bedrooms. That way there's gonna be a nice bed there for Gracchus. Please lay him down. And I guess we'll do a medicine check.
Don't hurt his jacket.
Oh yeah. That's so cool.
Brielle will be helping however she can.
Okay,
Where were you?
you hear them.
Being a cleric.
Where were you on the ship? Because I know it's just them up above, but they're going down. You'd probably hear them come down the stairs if you were in the galley or your bedroom.
Or sitting in Liazana's room.
No, we were going to getting food, right, Liazana?
I think, because I know Liazana is trying to take care of Ash.
Okay, you hear an extra number of footsteps kind of coming down, one of them extra heavy, like Rack is dragging his feet a bit, in case you want to come over. Do you two want to inspect?
And towards the end of last session, Liazana came out and said something to Brielle about going to the galley to get food and asked if she wanted to come with her. Brielle went, but I don't know if
I don't know if Liazana ever talked to you, actually, though. Like, she
Yes,
would
she
have
did.
passed you.
Oh, she asked. No, she talked to me.
At
She
the
talked
very,
to Brielle.
very end, she finally went
Yeah,
back
at the very
to talk.
end, yeah. She said, I'm going
Okay.
to the galley. Do you want to come with me, or are you going to bring you back something? And
I'll
Brielle
say you're
went with you.
both in the galley. Would you like to go follow the footsteps? Or would you like to just be like, crew being crew?
I mean, Liazana would certainly try to look around the corner and see what's going on, especially
Mm-hmm.
since Ash is still trying to recover.
Alright. You probably see the tail end of them, like, kind of lifting, Gracchus into one of the bedrooms just near the bottom of the stairs there.
I have a -1 to strength, so it's more or less like me holding his coat.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Brielle would. Brieille's the thing that someone's hurt. She would just go and just help.
Okay.
Yeah, Liazana would follow.
Grundy's gonna hold on to that info, Sinister, because he rolled a 19, he has a +5 for 24 medicine check.
Okay, that's
mhm.
right.
Don't know too much about tiefling anatomy, but his fever's high. A lot of distress and pain in the torso, and he's trying to ask Gracchus a few questions. Gracchus growls a few answers through the pain. What hurts? Everything. And, it seems like his muscles, his joints, his stomach, chest, his head. We should probably get something to cool him a bit. Damp cloths, I think. Maybe I can make a tea to help break the fever. But I'm not sure what else it could be. talk, take some time. We'll see how things progress. But I don't think his life is in danger. With the 24, he knows life doesn't seem in danger. Real bad.
We have to go and get some wet claws.
Nice, a pail, some wet cloths. Titania's, they're holding, Grax's arm, like, just Elome's gonna be alright, and what can she do? Let's see. We'll just switch us over to 5. Here's doing. Okay. Is there anything? So you're getting cloths. This seems like he's in some bad pain. Zia, whereabouts are you on the ship? Can't recall. I'm sorry.
So with Vic, like after dinner, we started talking, and I think he was a little concerned about how they knew so much about his parents. And so kind of just like being there for him.
Okay.
And being bad at it, because Zia's like, well, I hate my parents, so.
So what's the problem?
So.
Nice. Awesome. Well, he'll find comfort in that nonetheless, I'm sure. All right. So, Grundy, you just rolled a 24 medicine check without the inspo, so you still have that inspo Sinister gave you to check on Agracus. It's difficult to say what's ailing him. You've discovered he's just hurting all over muscles, joints, stomach, head, chest. He has a fever. You ask for some Breelith went to get some cloth and buckets, water. But you could also tell with the 24 that it doesn't seem to be life-threatening, just severe, whatever it is. So it's fine if nobody has anything in particular they want to do, but do y'all have anything either specific?
I just want to be in the way and kind of annoying, but at the same time helpful.
Nice. Okay.
Sister, do you want to go with me to find Liazana and like corner Liazana real quick?
She's with them taking care of. Like her and Breelith went into that room, as far as I understood.
Okay.
This is my cue to leave, I guess, because I'm needless. I'll leave.
I've got wine. Yeah.
I'll leave this up to you, Christy, if you want to do a double kind of thing, or if we walk in and we're like the vibes are off, so
yeah, it's kind of like there's bleeding and things happening, and I've had enough for today. And here's some cotton swabs, and I'll leave you with Rhodey to help you. And
Perfection.
yeah, I'll go with Zia.
Going.
Okay. Oh, nice.
There you go.
Okay, and so you do. Let's see. Oh, more Brackus. Okay. Anything in general anyone would like to do over the next, 20, 30 minutes?
I would come back periodically to act like I'm concerned about Arrakis, but I really want to talk to Titania.
Oh, nice.
But I'm trying to be too cool for school, like scone, and just
awesome.
Did Titania say what happened, Dan?
She has not said what happened.
Okay. Breelith probably at after kind of helping and was probably kind of, because I'm guessing she's there in the room, right? With Brackus?
Yeah, she's holding his arm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She would just kind of get a little bit closer to Titania and be like, so, what happened? Do you know?
I don't know. He came into the main, we're in the city currently. Our ship was disembarked, and they still think we're on it, but well, that's another matter. We're in the city until you're ready to go. And, we were eating, and then we have separate rooms, and I was getting ready for the evening, and he knocked, and when I answered, he almost fell into the room. I had seen him only 20-30 minutes prior, as we dined. I'm really not sure, but I'm fine. We ate the same food. But there was no blood. He said that he was. He gave me a lot of no answers. He often does. Were you stabbed? No. Were you, assaulted? No. But nothing that let me know what happened.
Interesting. Is Brackus is he unconscious or just kind of really in pain?
Ekracus is resting in the bed, in a
Okay.
lot of pain and wincing, but conscious.
Brilith will kind of slowly go over, kind of get closer to Brackus.
Okay.
And just kind of maybe take a cloth and just kind of like dab their foreheads. What, without straining yourself, what happened, Brackus?
I don't know. Ready for bed. And his pain started welling up. Here, and it spread from my chest out.
Of course. I'm going to, she'll cast, she's going to cast Death Ward on Brackus,
Okay.
which will last for 8 hours, and just if he drops below 0 hit points, he'll just go back to 1.
Right.
So protect him from death for 8 hours, or at
Nice.
least one time will. And then she'll also do, I think I have this. I readied that. Maybe I didn't. She'll also do a Cure Wounds
Okay.
on them. Did you want me to roll for that, Dan?
Go ahead,
Okay.
please.
Let me try doing this in D&D Beyond. Oh no.
Oh, risky business.
It's just ever so slowly. Alright, it's a 10.
You do notice that over the next couple of minutes, that seems to, like, ever so slightly ease the pain. Like, because that is effectively healing it. But after a few minutes, it goes right back to that same level of pain. But it did affect it briefly.
Okay. I'll say that she'll stay kind of close by Dan,
Mhm.
and if he seems like he's in worse pain at any point, she'll cast it again. So if that ever happens, just let me know,
Okay.
and I'll
Yeah,
take it
yeah.
off of her spell list.
Okay. Yeah, he's a little squirmy, like kicking the legs on the bed every so often. It's just a real lot of pain, it seems like.
She can do it 3 more times, so if she needs to, she will.
Since I'm in
Yep.
the room,
Mhm.
would I be able to try detect poison disease?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Alright, let me don't know if I should upcast it, but let me just do it at okay, I have literally never casted it before, so
Ooh.
let's give it a go.
Exciting.
Why is it not casting? Someone teach me how to cast spells on D&D Beyond, please.
Nice. Does
Oh
that-
wait, here we go.
Okay.
Wait, no. Nope.
Does it have any numerical value, or is it just
That's
based?
a 1 on top of the spell slot thing on cast. Oh, it said it casted it.
Okay.
And
Let me take a
we
peek.
could-
Would you mind reading that one to me? Or the
Uh,
summary?
For the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you.
Nice.
Identify also the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case.
Cool. Okay, that's good in that you're able to rule out poison or disease. Was the other thing you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're able to rule that out. There's no sense of that at all.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I got.
Titania has, stepped out of your way to let you do that. So who's in here currently? Grundy, Brelith, and Liazana.
And I'm occasionally floating back and forth, but it's just to be
And-
like, you need any more things, and just to be a variable nuisance.
Nice.
But when I come back, I want to kind of cast detect magic to see
Oh.
if it's any.
Okay. Yeah, you ping your detect magic, and it's just the items. I mean, Titania has some magic items, like Rakis
to know.
does, but it doesn't. You can ping the school. It's nothing that would cause this. In fact, I think most of his items would be like off to the side. But you do see, Titania catches sight of you, Sinister, as you head in. Sinister, hello. Thank you all for your help. Have you ever seen anything like this in all of you have such magnificent tales, Sinister? Have you ever encountered anything like this?
I've encountered people being terribly injured, yes, but as to the nature of the injury, I don't understand. There's, usually I just pack, bandages and just like pour ointments on
Right.
and then pray over them
Because
and then drink wine.
thank you, Sinister. Wish I knew.
I wish I knew too. Do you need a hug about it?
Oh, Jesus.
I could use a hug.
Okay.
So, reach your arms out and take a hug.
I'm gonna go get more wine. I'll be back.
All right. You turn to get some more wine, and she puts her hand on your shoulder to stop you.
Oh. And he's just gonna, his back is turned, and then the look on his face is like, oh, what? And then he's gonna.
That's amazing. Yeah. You turn around, and as you do, with her hand on your shoulder, you turn around and see her dropping to one knee, clutching her chest. Pain.
Oh no, no! And then he's gonna like, no, help!
Is this in the same room?
Yeah, yep. So, Grundy, Brelith, and Liazan will also see this.
All the donuts and scones just drop out.
I don't know what to do.
Oh,
Is there another bed in the room, Dan? Just the one.
Just the one, unfortunately.
Is there a room close by I know that would be empty?
Right across the hallway, I think.
Relif will go and actually grab and actually run out, and just say something like, I'll get some blankets and some pillows. And we'll run out and get a few out of the extra room and bring it in to kind of set up like an extra bed on the floor.
I'm gonna start singing.
Wasn't there a couch in there?
It's a spare bedroom.
We can have a couch in there, sure. They're
Okay,
big enough.
well then she would just grab an extra pillow for the couch.
Yeah, I'll pick her up and help.
Okay.
And then,
You just, when you're picking her up, Sinister, you can see him not really wanting to let her go.
Oh. Oh,
That's
she's
fine, pick
leaning
you both
over
up.
you. Nice.
Thank you.
Oh, it's in here, but it's spreading. Oh,
can I cast Healing Word on it?
go for it.
Brilith's gonna cast Luster Restoration. which will do blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Pretty much heal for 3.
And I'll sing out to give Breelith inspiration, please. I can't-
Nice. So the 3 seems to take a slight edge off briefly, but then it seems to resume its pace of spreading. You're able to eliminate those other things, Breelith. You cast that, and it doesn't seem to hold effect. The storm outside, almost in tandem with this, is just picking up pace. That purple lightning cracking from cloud above to omega sea below. Yeah, rain pelting almost sideways on the ship now.
It's portal sickness. I know it.
Nice. If I could lay down.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Granny put her on the couch.
Sits there, lays her down,
Mm-hmm.
and just like puts her hair, like gets it out of her face, and then you just see like something communicating in his mind,
Mhm.
and just a bunch of towels and bandages coming, like
Nice.
disembodied from Rhodey. Like, please help my girlfriend.
That's awesome. We hugged. That's official. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, and so you command Rhodey in to work on that. Yes, Breelith?
If Breelith's gonna cast Detect Magic, standing between the two to see if she can see if there's any magic affecting them.
You detect the magic of everyone's items, but nothing that would be doing this.
Okay. She'll relay that to the group, but it doesn't seem like
I
it.
tried that already.
And
Remember this?
the detect
Sorry,
poison
I
and
didn't.
that
Mhm.
didn't detect anything from detecting me either.
Correct. Yep. No, not poison, not
Yeah, because
disease.
I was within 30 feet of me, so
Yeah.
nothing.
Yep. And Breelith did the other thing that had like paralyzing and a couple of other things on it.
Paralyzation, poison, which is what I was suspecting, blindness, and deafness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Dan, I have
Mhm.
the ability to bestow a curse
Oh,
as a spell.
nice.
Would I be able to see that this might be a curse?
I'll say go ahead and do an Arcana check, since you have that ability. And we'll see.
I'm kind of proficient.
I was about to say, Lisanna's proficient in Arcana.
You can
You want-
do if you have something if you have something specific you'd like to check for Lisanna, then you can. That's magic related. Would you get
I mean, assuming she's already like watched everybody else trying to see what it is. I don't know if she would suspect anything necessarily, but
Okay.
if others are suspecting it's a curse, she'd probably be more interested in checking for that.
Okay, go for it. You can roll as well. What'd you get, Sixer?
I got a 21.
Oh, nice.
17 plus 4.
A little lot better than me.
Yeah.
I guess we're back to my dice hate me.
No.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. Another item you can eliminate. It doesn't seem to be.
It's not a dang curse.
Sinister,
I don't-
as you say that, with the end, it's a long breath out as you say that. At the tail end, a brutally sharp pain hits you in the chest.
Ah! Oh. Oh. I am dying, for it is lactose.
It starts to spread in about the same speed as Titania. Where in a minute or so you'll just need to be laid down. You won't have no other control.
I'm gonna start
So-
praying to Shar, so. Please help me.
Out of curiosity, I'm gonna. Lisanna's gonna druid craft her weather orb again to see if it's magic rain. I guess. Like, does it actually say it's raining?
Oh, you're. And what are you using to see if it's actually raining? I'm so sorry.
She's druid crafting the weather orb.
Okay, that's so cool. Yes. Let's see. Does that have anything specific to this, or is that like for flavor we're checking? Okay.
It's just for flavor.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's legit rain. It's torrential downpours, and again, thunder cracks and rolls. You actually hear some lightning striking parts of the dock, Now they have a lot of rounded areas on the island as it floats up in the sky, so you know it's it's pretty
Does
fun
it-
to winning.
So I'm supposed to be able to see what it's gonna be for like the next 24 hours. Is it saying rain for the next 24 hours?
Oh, let's see. I think it's what, evening time, late evening. So it's showing. It's giving you like a 12 to 24 hour thunderstorm like this. Bad storm.
That almost doesn't sound right. Maybe that's just me.
A lot of
Not
storms
sure.
don't typically last that long. I think you've encountered one or two that have in your travels, but like, you know, nothing that it's a little outside. It's unusual, but not unheard of. If that makes sense.
So she would, you know, do that, and those that haven't fallen at this point, she would probably say something to the effect of, this is kind of a natural, and, you know, show them what she's figured out. Show them how it's showing rain for, like, ever. She just kind of feels helpless right now because she can't do much to help.
I feel like it's contagious.
Hmm.
I don't think you guys should be around this. Leave me and Titania and Arrakis alone.
Rilla's going to cast, just to kind of help with the pain, going to cast Cure Wounds on Titania and on Sinister.
Okay, go ahead and give me your amount for that.
Yeah.
Let's see how much of the edge. Let's see. Zia, you're off talking with Vic, I think, in the galley.
Yeah.
So he's, you know, yeah, sharing how disturbing that was. Kind of segues into, you know, the thought of his biological parents again. And heart relief, you know, because he wouldn't want like this organization to kind of know them. And you're listening, but you, as you're listening, there's like this ringing in your ears as this terribly sharp pain strikes you in your chest. You're trying to listen, but it just starts creeping outward from your chest.
Oh God.
7 for one, 8 for the other, Dan.
Okay, all right, that'll get a few minutes of like a little bit of, you know, still really bad pain, but it swoops up a little bit. Any relief welcome at this point for the three of them.
Paranoia sets in. I do the detect magic and see if anyone's scrying on us.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh, sorry. I was laughing at the magical credit. And then I got so
It is
sidetracked
magical
on that.
COVID.
I mean, not laughing, but like, you know, appreciating. Let's see. So you're checking for scrying. Yeah. So you're able to do, you know, bring that up and do a bit of a scan. It's actually really super difficult, but your pain isn't so bad that you can't do it yet, but it's getting there. But no scrying.
I think I'm dying. Titania, hold me close.
Dan, remind me
Mm-hmm.
to, if Liasana wanted to contact Tiriana, did we establish that she could freely contact her without having to use the sending stone?
I'm pretty
Or does
sure
she have
that
to use-
she shared with you, you and her now have a connection that you could do. Specifically you.
Right. She's going to step out of the room, and she's going to contact Tiriana and make something to the effect of, Tiriana, you there? Can you answer me, please? It's very, very important. Please.
No response just yet. No immediate response. I'll check again in a little bit. That's some other things going. Let's see.
Okay.
I gotta get right with my god.
Nice.
So, is there any way I can maybe try and reach her to see if...
You can roll a D100 if you want and see if you can make any connection. I'll roll one as well, and we'll see if we...
In the meantime, Liaison is probably gonna run around and see who she can find that might, just try to run around saying, you know, we have this problem. Does anybody know anything about it?
Okay. Awesome. All right, you head out to do that, Liaison. Sinister, what you got?
64.
Add a perception check on that, if you would. You don't make a connection, but I'm going to let you do a perception check.
Brila's just gonna be like making everyone as comfortable as possible in that room.
Oh, okay.
60.
50? Okay. Yeah, you know, you've sent up prayers. You know, she doesn't too frequently answer, but sometimes, you know, you feel your prayers going up. You think maybe, I guess it's sort of like your mind is a bit fuzzy as you're trying to offer the prayer. Usually it's kind of clear because it's a thought, right? But there's a little bit of fuzziness to it as you're trying to get that thought out. But currently no connection.
Yeah, all is lost. Let's just get right with each other. Is it too early to tell you I love you, or is that weird?
She's also like, oh, it's in your backs now. You're down through your legs and your joints and ankles and feet. Your fingers hurt just to be, you know, there and exist. Liaison, as you're racing about, you let Wisp know, you let Kip know, and shortly before you get over to the galley, you see Harley the cat come out of one of the rooms and just collapse on their side, and in the room, Charles also writhing in pain, the two of them.
Oh my gosh. She's gonna check on them, see if they're at least still alive, and the cat, Charlie, and she's going to run and go check on Ash.
Okay, you hustle over and check on Ash. Ash is like out cold, like medicine check, out cold from all her wounds. You can wake her if you want, but she doesn't seem to be in pain. Just seems to be completely unconscious.
Okay, she's gonna, you know, leave her be, but try to stay nearby. She's feeling super helpless right now. I wish y'all didn't know that. There's not much she can do aside from trying to make, you know, either try to find somebody that might have any idea of what's going on, or trying to at least help them out.
Okay. You check on Ashavar. Ashavar's fine. Eden is fine. Boots is fine. At one point, you're probably getting close-ish back to the galley. Now, Vic, of course, is very concerned seeing you, you know, in pain. This has probably spread a bit, Zia. Bo on your shoulders. Oh, Zia, what's going on, Zia?
Can I activate the mind link or not?
You still can, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Would I be able to tell via the mind link just like who's like pretty much also affected?
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's pretty intense, so yeah, I think you feel that.
Okay. So I would probably use a last bit of strength to basically just be like, you know, here are the people who are not affected. Here are the people who are, to Liazana. Just giving the full list to make sure Liazana, like, figure it out.
Nice.
Figure it out, and then probably would get pretty close to passing out or something.
Okay. Yeah, the pain gets real bad, and you it's muffled now. Vic's voice as he's trying to. He's got you like he's ready to scoop you up and get you to somewhere more comfortable than the floor and bring you to the captain and stuff. And you see Bo, you know, like, you know, he can be in your proximity. He's off your shoulder on the floor, and you see him kind of yelling and, you know,
and
waving
he's
his
never
cup
seen
out.
anything like this, or like it's just also totally dumbfounded.
He seems to be dumbfounded. until he grabs his chest
Oh. Okay.
and falls
Okay.
down next to you.
Okay, I'm about to try something, but I might need people's input.
Vic will bring
Is everybody-
Zia to you, by the way, Lisanna. He'll be
Okay,
like,
is everybody on the ship?
I think so.
Like, absolutely everybody, there's nobody else? She's thinking of single-handedly undocking the ship and GTFO.
But my bakery shop.
Your scones might have done this.
Is she
Oh my god, it was
relaying
the
this?
scones! It was
It's
the
the ghost!
scones!
Oh, yeah!
The ghost was the
Is she relaying this via mind link, Trish, or is she like saying that, like telling them?
Okay, so here's what she's gonna say. She's gonna open up a wide channel mind link. Guys, I don't know what's going on. I know some of y'all are affected by something and we can't figure out what it is. I'm about to undock and leave.
What if we need some like a doctor or something though?
I don't know who to trust on this island anymore.
May I?
Trust no one, but.
Sinister, you say that. You, whether mind link, in the mind link or out loud, everyone else
Probably both.
doesn't hear Sinister say that. They hear beautiful melody being sung. Like, Sinister has an amazing range anyway, but this is like an angelic. Because now, of course, Zia, you recognize you recognize this as celestial. Sinister is speaking celestial right now. Sinister, you think you're speaking common, but it's coming out celestial. Does anyone else recognize celestial?
Like,
Speak celestial?
fifth element.
Nice.
Lisanna's gonna go look for Carmine.
Ah, okay. Let's see. Let me check and see where Carmine is. Okay, if you wouldn't mind making an investigation check, because
Yeah, let me use a different dice.
Yeah, please.
Okay, that is much better. Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Yes, you find Carmine down with Eden in that storage room. Carmine's picked up one of their new favorite spots is down there. Plenty of room to lay down, some blankets and some other stuff. And they were asleep, but you're able to find them.
Okay, Eden can speak Draconic too, right?
Yes.
Okay. Liaison's gonna rush in and kind of look at Carmine for a second and this is probably not gonna work. She's gonna, in Draconic, she's gonna say, several have fallen ill or something. I don't know what's going on. Can you help us?
Let's see if Carmine can help. I just have to check a Carmine stat. I don't think Carmine's going to help in the way I was hoping, but check. You'll notice Carmine is going through this aging process. I don't know how much Eden or Breelith have shared, but Carmine is going through basically a growth spurt from that very, very firstborn baby into the next, the crawling phase, as it were. They have buds for a third and fourth wing on their back, buds for a third and fourth little horn up on their head. Their scales are mostly paint with white, like a silvery iridescence down underneath the torso. And they've got, a fair bit larger. Carmine looks at you. Don't know. can feel. Don't know. They'll kind of run past you. Up to, like, probably Brio.
Okay. She's going to run after Carmine.
Carmine heads up to that main room and sees that Brio is okay. Looks at the others. Seems to be a little... Yeah, because you can get vibes, too. There's some words starting to form, some common. But you get the energy, the vibes still, impressions and feelings. It seems to be inward frustration. Something that is in their DNA, their memory. They get it passed down. But not yet. They can't access it. They're not sure. They feel like they should know. They don't. And they're frustrated because they can't help. But they're in here if there's enough room. If they're in the way, they'll go out to the hallway or somewhere where another room where they can be ready to help.
She'll.
Brio.
Well, I was just gonna say if Liazana was there, like feeling that as well, she'll say in Draconic, she'll say, "Don't worry, I feel helpless too."
Eden will come up to help too. Hearing that, I don't think she'd stay down there.
Brio sees Carmine, just give it a little smile and then just get back to her work. Just giving water and making sure everyone's comfortable.
Everyone that's changing out cloths and just doing your best to care. Everyone that's
Headbands.
affected currently. Oh, yikes! We moved to that phase so quickly. Everyone that's affected, can I please ask you to roll a d4? I'm gonna roll it for oops. Titania got a 2.
I also got a 2.
Okay.
I also got a 2.
It's fantastic. I got
Club.
a 4. Okay, cool. Well, that 2's
club.
magic number. So, Titania. Alright, so it's easier to count people that didn't roll a 2. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to roll for Bo. Alright, fine. So basically, it's just Sinister, Titania, and Zaya. Even though you know how limited this is in this area, this whole quadrant, seemingly without any issue at all, 3 of you disappear from the place in which you rest or reside right now and reappear in an open spot 30 feet, within 30 feet. Teleported.
Oh, that's new. It must be a gift from the gods.
Up to
Sean.
120 feet. I'm sorry. So, where do you, you know what? Go ahead and roll me one more D4, Thea and Sinister, and I'll roll for Titania. We'll see which floor. Okay. Titania is in another room down, she's in the hall, in the, what do you call it? The galley. Sinister, what'd you get?
I got another 2.
Okay. You find yourself in another bedroom just down the way. And Zia?
I left the 2 club for the 4 club. It was better. I'm
Oh.
sorry, Sinister.
That's awesome. You reappear in like complete and utter darkness.
Nice.
Yeah. You're basically in the lowest level of the ship, in that that hold with the arcane engine. There's enough light, maybe. I mean, I guess it's pretty dark. Wait, you have dark vision, right? I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Dark vision for 60 feet.
Okay, so you know where you are. I mean, you're in the ship. And I'm gonna say Bo goes with you, because Bo goes with you.
Nice.
Okay. My goodness. All right. So for those that are not affected, what do you want to do? Sinister,
Bayless.
doosh, gone.
Yeah.
Titania, doosh.
Bayless freaks out for a second, kind of looks at Liazana, and then just a mental message. Where'd everyone go? Where's everyone at?
I don't know. I don't know.
Mental message too. So can Zia and Sinister hear?
I don't know where I am. I'm just gonna keep singing until you find me. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
Rilla just
Nice.
like grabs a bunch of like the cloths,
Yeah.
whatever she brought in here, pillows, and just like looks at Liazana with like this like lost expression as she leaves to go and try and find Sinister, go and try and find someone.
You turn out of the hallway. Let's see, who else ended up in this? Titania was also the two, so you start going down the hallway and you see on the floor in the galley, 2 doors down, Titania. Do you scoop her
Okay.
up?
Yeah. She'll kind of at least just kind of okay. Titania's you're in the galley, and we'll just kind of like give her a pillow, maybe a blanket, because she grabbed just a bunch of like armful of stuff.
Okay.
Just kind of make her comfortable before trying to find other people too.
You jump back out in the hallway, and Eden scoops Sinister up from the hallway, following the hearing, and is
It
Princess
feels
carrying
so
Sinister
long. I'm all out of love.
back down the hallway, just with like a face down to the back to the room where Sinister was. Zia, I mean, Vic's probably gonna find you first because he's racing like a mad person around the ship to find out where he went.
Okay.
Ultimately, you're all found, and he'll bring you back up to the room across from where Titania was. Yeah, like Rackus is. The storm hits a fevered pitch outside. So the thunder is cracking right overhead. Sounds like the ship breaking in half with the energy. Purple lightning lights up through the portholes.
Where's Eden taking me?
Back to that first room with Rackus. It's across the hallway from Titania. No, Titania's left the galley, I think. Previous left her.
Can I do a detect magic on the lightning?
Roll me a d20. If you get 11 to 20, then you can do that. If you get a 1 through 10, the pain will be too bad.
No, it's too bad.
Oh, no.
I got a 3.
You reach out and oh! And it reels back in. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay, so a lot of people seem to be hurting. Is there anything else that Grundy? Grundy, is there anything that you'd like to do as you see this going on?
I'm gonna sort of send a mental message to anyone. Is this lightning color normal to you guys here? I've never seen anything like it before.
Oh no, haven't seen it.
I did find it kind of odd that my druid craft's telling me it's supposed to be raining for like the next whole day. That's not normal.
That doesn't make sense either. When you broadcast, we should probably get out here. Did you broadcast that to everyone?
Yeah, anyone that's on the mind link.
Oh. Well, I would concur with your earlier suggestion. I suggest we pull out of port away from this storm because it seems to be localized in the general area.
I agree.
I feel like it's coming from inside the house. We have a saboteur.
Liazana's gonna head straight up top deck and
I'm gonna cast off stuff, the rig, the mooring.
yeah, as soon as Grundy's done casting off, then she's gonna just get out full speed ahead.
It's somebody on the ship. I'm certain.
It'll take a little bit of time, because there are a number of, it takes a bit to fasten it and gangplank and stuff. But make an athletics check for me, Grundy, if you would. I'm going to actually have you do it at disadvantage only because it's pouring rain, and not only is it slick, but the ropes get tight and everything else.
You have inspiration. You have inspiration.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
What do I add to the inspiration?
D8.
Nice.
Alright, so 13 plus a D8. So 13, that's 15 total.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to say it's going to take, well, it's probably going to take about 15 minutes, I think, to get that done, which is still pretty impressive. to do by yourself
Lisanna
in the
would-
rain.
Well, Lisanna would probably help him then.
Okay. If you want to do your own athletics roll, Lisanna, you can, or if you want to have assisted Grundy, I'll let Grundy roll it a second time.
I'll do my own. Do I also do it at disadvantage?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hey, guys, freaking hate me, I swear. Can I use my sub die?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's 2d8.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my
let me
sub die because my
check
dice hate me.
here.
Where's my d8s?
Yeah, a bow, I think, is the only one that you didn't have on the list. Here.
And athletics.
Please.
18 total.
Okay. In that case, let's see. It would have been 15, but we'll take that down. 13. Make it. That's about 10 minutes. Roughly 10 minutes there. It's going to take you to cast everything, and then get everything prepared for the actual sailing. Yoink up the gangplank and everything else. Yeah, and it's tough because the wind is driving into your eyes when you're facing, westward off the ship. It's this horizontal rain with the wind driving, and it feels like you're being pelted with a million different pellets as you're out there. But you two push through to get your crew that's sick and in pain, disembark from this dock. You watch too, perhaps in awe, as lightning bolts are much more frequently than you're accustomed to striking areas of the city, arcing from highest points of the city up the cloud, and just around you, dancing across the clouds, again striking, connecting from the Omega Sea to the clouds up above.
Does the lightning seem kind of random, or does it seem to all come from one spot?
It seems random, but I will let you, because it would only be you. I'm sorry, Brenda, because you were in here for that. I will let you roll a history check, Lisanna. See if anything clicks.
History would be a 17.
Okay. Purple lightning. Nothing you've really seen before. Maybe you saw something similar to it. Not these shades of purple and violet and blue that you're seeing here, but to a lesser degree. Once you've seen this, and in that same instance, you saw lightning arcing the same way, and that was in that terrible storm you flew through some months ago, where you were absolutely enveloped in storm.
With the monsters?
As a monster.
What about the monsters all along?
Yeah, she'll kind of keep a mental note of that as she's trying to get them out of there.
Okay. Rita, may I ask where you are during all this? Since you've got patients all around.
She's still just trying, she will go from one patient to the other, trying to find them, just giving them pillows, blankets, water. Not really probably trying to move them necessarily, but just going from room to room is when she finds them.
Nice. Okay. It's terrible to see your friends, especially, but anyone racked with this much pain. This looks intense and severe. Facial expressions contorted in a way that you didn't know the muscles of the face. Yep. Can I please have those affected roll a d12? Roll for bow. Oh, that's interesting. And Titania. Okay, so 1 to 4. Zia, what'd you get?
4.
Ooh, okay. And Sinister?
1.
Okay, how exciting. All right, so for the ones, which is, where are we? Oh, that'll be interesting. Bo was the one, Sinister, you're a one. So I'm actually going to go with the fours first, which was Zia, and, gosh, who's the other person?
Titania and
Titania.
Arrakis.
Thank you. Oh, right, Arrakis. Yeah, shame on me.
What about the
And Charles
Oh.
and Charlie.
yeah?
Charles. All right, Charles is safe. Charlie's, they both agree, so fine. Okay, all right, this will be interesting. So I just have to remember Titania and Zia. You two were the fours. Oh no, wait.
Me and
they
Bo were number one.
Okay. All right, number threes will be the other one. Okay, here we go. Again, anytime any of you speak, any of you now, if you try and utter any words, they come out as celestial. All of you that are affected by this. The pain builds and crescendos for Zia and Titania, and almost with a quick release of that pain, it lessens as some of this is let out in a searing burst of energy. Let's see. You have how many patients breathe? Can you roll a d4 so I can see who you're with?
Okay. Yeah.
You-
A 1.
Okay. All right. Well, this will kind of work out because you're in the room with Arrakis and Sinister. Oh, actually, that won't work out so well for you, right? Oh well. Oh, it's Vic. Vic's with the okay. Vic, you know, doing everything he can to try and ease the pain. He's prepared some, you know, he works with those different medicines and other things he's done with the rituals, so he's gotten some of that. He's applied some with your permission anyway, and he's working some others up in the room. He's got a bunch of like clay pots and mortar and pestle, and he's working away. But as this energy snaps out of you, Zia, which you would recognize as divine energy, he gets hit. Well, hang on, he's got to save. Let's just say. Okay, he saves. Is that just? Alright, he still takes half. But what? Alright, way to go, Vic. This is a really high DC, and Vic hit it. Holy crap. Filling the entire room. It's fire and radiant damage. So let me just roll these real quick. Just to say, I think Vic's gonna be fine. That's 9. 17.
Of course, like, I think Zia probably was attempting to refuse the help, but couldn't really move at all. And then when this whole thing is happening, it's just like, get out of here, run, get away. And like, because it's in Celestial, Vic can't understand.
Yeah, it just hears this heavenly voice coming out and singing. Oh, and he's trying to understand. Oh, he's leaning in like, what?
Get out of here!
Oh, I gotta understand. Boom! And gets thrown across the room, back and head whipped into the door and the wall on the other side and falls down. Thankfully, he's got a ton of hit points, so this is not enough to do too much damage. You know, some brush marks, scorch marks from the divine energy and the fire, and some patches and stuff like that. Some tattered clothing. Little embers come down with some of them. The fire damage. And let's see, who else got the other 4 was it Arrakis?
It was Titania.
It was Titania.
Titania! Right, so no one's in there, but you hear the same thing happen to Titania. Sinister, you and Arrakis in that room have a similar thing happen, except this is like divine healing that emanates from the two of you. You kind of heal one another enough to lessen the pain substantially for a while, because that is a lot of healing. That's 8d8 plus 4. So the two of you kind of heal each other enough to be able to almost, it still hurts a lot, but you're able to sit upright. The pain starts increasing again immediately, but it takes a while to get back to that level
Okay,
Sure.
okay. And then I'm just gonna get Rhodey in here and the pen and paper, in case this gets stupid. I want to give my guitar to Grundy. I want to give my hairbrush to Breland.
Nice.
She has dreads.
But this would be in Celestial, so no.
Right, it's just.
No, it's gonna. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna have Rhodey write
Oh, okay, okay.
Nice.
You can't understand what I'm saying, but he's clearly writing a last will and testament of Magellan.
Nice.
Does anything happen to Breland in that room, Dan?
Yes, only because, well, actually there'll be a check, but Charles and Charlie are out there nearby, resting up and in pain, and they have a similar thing happen. Can I please have you roll? You'll probably freeze this. Constitution saving throw. I think Con's one of your things, isn't it?
Actually, somebody asked a really good question in chat, Dan, and I would like a clarification of this. If we do attempt to write, will the writing also be in Celestial?
I think that if any of you, yeah, currently yes, but because Sinister is doing through a proxy, I think that I'll allow that one to be common. But yeah, if any of you are like, just, yeah, it comes out. Beautiful language. Absolutely beautiful.
Sinister didn't even think it that far, but if you're like, oh, that was genius, he's like, I know, I'm super smart. As well as being a celebrity.
17, Dan.
Oh, okay, all right. You're getting hit and bombarded by this healing energy down there, Breland, in the room with those two, and you kind of turn around like, what is going on? And as you see Charles and Charlie, they both have this, and it's blinding, absolutely blinding, and you are literally blinded. It's bright, so bright, and then things are kind of fuzzy, and then they're dark. Everything's just dark.
Yeah. She would just kind of, let's see. Let me see here if I can do this. Oh no, she's already used that for cure wounds. Okay. She can't take away the blindness. So she will, just kind of like lean against the wall and kind of slide down the wall of wherever she's at and just kind of like call out, is everyone okay? Is everyone okay?
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without-
I mean, like, yeah, you wouldn't be able to understand us at all, so.
Yeah.
But,
More of
yeah,
that
so
angelic.
that's what she would do. So.
Yeah. Let me just check quickly. I believe you have lesser restoration prepared, right?
I do, but I used all my cure wounds, which is the same level.
Oh, you can use a higher spell slot to cast a lower spell if you want it. You don't have to.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Don't feel like you need to. I
Thank
just wanted to.
No, I
I
kind of forgot about that. Okay, yeah, so she'll cast lesser restoration at the third level using her third level spell slots.
You cast it, and your vision returns.
Okay.
Just as there's a bit of a lurch in the ship, Grundy and Liazana are running around like maniacs up above, have managed to disembark. Kip is at the wheel, Wisp is down manning engines. Eden is I guess Eden can't really do too much. They can do gunnery stuff, I think they were working on, I forget. But they're there, ready. Vic picks himself up and goes over to you, Zia.
Zia will use just like all of her strength, and probably can't push him far, but we'll try to be like, point toward the door.
Okay. We'll get. It seems like we're moving. I'll see what's happening. We'll get this sorted. Worry on his face, and he doesn't want to leave, but he pushes himself to leave. And he'll help out too with all the stuff, the sails and everything else that needs managing while you're doing this. You reverse the ship, boom, 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 and swing and whip it around. And Kip throws the lever back. And your ship's pretty damn fast. You know you don't want to break your neck snapping out of here, but you push the envelope to begin flying away from Atmos Isles. The storm, effectively surrounding, the city is inside the storm. It's not above, it's all around because it's a flying city. And you have probably you start out with a good 120, 180 feet of visibility. As you begin flying, within a minute, a half, 2 minutes of flying, you can feel it getting much more dense. You're heading, you picked a direction and you're going. Do you want to continue in that direction as it gets more dense? Do you want to do anything else, Captain?
She's going to try sending the ship down towards the Omega Sea. Just a little bit.
Oh, okay. You're gonna tip it down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Kip's navigating. Breelith, what are you doing just as this happens? Are you still managing the patients?
She's still managing the patients. Yeah. Might even go and try to go in the galley and get some little quick snacks or whatever in case they get hungry.
Wine that's coming out.
Nice. Oh, still the beautifully angelic choral language almost.
Yeah.
Liazana airs on the back of your neck, stand up, and then on your forearm. And lightning strikes the main mast. It seems to dance around it as it's designed to do with this arcane technology, but this is the first time lightning's directly struck the ship. It does dance on and off, and it seems to be absorbed by the metal bracket at the very base of the mast and be channeled elsewhere, but it's scary as fuck. If you're you're up right in front of, or right behind of, rather, on the wheel, this main mast. And the ship lurches a little bit from the energy of this bolt striking it as you tip down and head down. Do you want to continue heading down, or what would you like to do?
She would definitely kind of jump at that. If the mast looks okay after that, she's gonna keep going.
Okay. All right, Kip's gonna approach, or I imagine you're kind of there, keeping an eye on things and being ready to order folks. Captain, so, well, I'm glad that's working. I'm just, can I have a minute? Can Breelith take the wheel just for a minute? I want to get up in the crow's nest and see if I can find a decent way out of the storm. If I can find, an open and a clearer area, I'll know where to point us, but can't do it from here.
Are you sure you're not gonna get struck?
I really don't want to go up there, but I don't want that to keep happening, and it's supposed to be relatively safe in the crow's nest. It's more the climb up there and the climb back down. I'd like to do it now before, just Layden just drunk, so if I get there quick.
So can Liazana not handle things while Kip's doing that?
You can try. Have you done any training on the navigation?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I think you did some light training, so you might be able to.
I think she would start. Yeah, she would start trying to do it on her own, and if she figures out that she can't, then she'll try to call Relift.
Okay. Yeah, make a survival check.
Okay.
I'm gonna tap Kip on the shoulder since I'm there.
Oh.
Yes. See if you can find the eye of the storm. That might be the safest option right now, because finding the edge of the storm is perilous as it is.
Right.
17.
17. So the ship doesn't handle quite the way you would like because it's a storm and the winds are so strong. It's actually pretty tricky to hold course. Um, so that might not matter to you. 'Cause you don't really have. I mean, you're flying in a direction, but it's swaying a fair bit up, down, left, and right. You don't feel like you have good control over the ship, but it's adequate. I guess I would say you're not getting spun around or flipped over.
Up is down.
Aww.
She would mind like Brilliant at that point and say, "Hey, we need you up here, please, to navigate."
Okay. And she'll just kind of run up there and help.
All right, you slip a little on the deck as you race up, and the sheer amount of water is like an inch just running regularly off the across the deck and off the deck. Hustle up, grab the wheel, and from Kip nods and begins running over to the mast. Okay, and starts hustling up the little ladder pegs up to the crow's nest. And she's going to take a look around. Well, give her advantage on that because this is her jam. Alright, it's better. Looks around, doesn't see any breaks in the storm. Sometimes there's areas and spots in the spiral where there's some room. Doesn't really see any. Does, see, as Grundy was mentioning, sort of an eye to the storm. It climbs back down. Actually, she's just going to watch for some lightning to crack at first, and then when she sees something, then she'll run down and heads back over. All right, so that's the iron storms up over there. We have to go a bit. I caught the edge of it. It's a little bit difficult to stay here, but I think that's it. We'll have to go up pretty high, and the engines. I mean, we don't usually fly that high because it gets really, the air gets thin. We're gonna have to, breathe slowly. We're gonna go really high to get out of this, I think. Or we can go straight through the wall. We can push through, Captain, and we can do maximum speed and try and fly through the side. What do you wish to do?
I guess let's see how high we can go. It's just gonna be dangerous.
Right, everyone, we're gonna fly really high. So in about 2.5 minutes, be ready. The air's gonna get really thin, so make sure you're breathing slow. Don't breathe in a panic. Alright, here we go. Thank you, Brita. To breathe and take the balls back on.
We also kind of put her hair up into a little bun on top of her head.
Nice. Alright. Oh, here we go. And rams the lever down, like full throttle. And you feel the ship kick you back a little bit. The G-force kick in, and you fly forward. And as you fly forward, you see like the reverse kind of funnel upward, where there's this eye of the storm, and it's pretty vertical. So as you get around this, you're sort of skirting under like a really dense part of the storm up above, and you're gonna have to really pitch it really high. So we have about 2 minutes. Anything that needs to be put down below or tied down, bottomed down. Grundy, breathe. Please make sure that's done, because we're going to be pointing almost straight up for this. Maybe get some ropes around your waist, and the ship will handle so much, but keeping us right side up, but not that angle. Like, it's dangerous. So
we should tie ourselves down.
yes.
Okay.
Right. You two have anything? Like, there isn't much on the deck. It's more about just like getting yourself secure. Everyone below deck, be ready. Mm-hmm.
I want to crawl, and if someone tries to fight me, I'm going to struggle a little bit to get a little closer to Titania.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. No, I don't think anyone's there to stop you. So.
And then I'm going to have Rhodey bring my guitar, and I kind of want to lay the guitar and me between Titania, and just use my last bit of strength to try and play a song for her and just hold it, like.
Oh, okay. It's like a beautiful.
Before I lose consciousness or whatever happens.
Yeah. I love it. It's one of those beautifully sad moments where it's like you're playing your best, but you know, with every so often the
Yes.
ping, but you just keep
Yeah, I'm
going
trying
through the
so
play.
hard.
Oh, okay, nice. I love it. Kip brings you to that point. Tips the ship up. Breathless, what you got?
Is Lisanna on deck? She's on.
Mhm.
Is Lisanna on deck?
Mhm.
Leith will kind of make sure that she's securing herself.
She's
and
got
kind
the rope of climbing, so she's going to
Okay.
start. Since it's pretty long, she's going to wrap some around herself. Ask you if she can wrap some around you, and then she's gonna like kind of tie some around Kip as well. That way, we're all secured.
yeah, thank you.
Excuse me. All right. So with everyone secured, you pitch that ship. It is really, really, indeed a steep pitch, angled almost completely vertical. As you fly. I'm checking something really, really quick here.
So high.
Nice. Okay. The rain, battering winds is starting as you're flying upward. The wind is taking the sails. Like a lot of them had to be, they have to be open to keep the wind along with the arcane energy. But the wind in this area is in a spiral motion, and the ship begins like as a corkscrew would, rotating around and picking up rotation. So it's almost like a carnival ride by the time you're reaching this eye of the storm. And the clouds are lighter gray and whiter here, like there's a part of the storm that's indeed opened up. You begin piercing that top veil as more lightning is now arcing across this funnel that you're flying through, rotating, striking the bottom of the ship, striking the mast. And I think right there is where we're going to take our bio break.
Oh, it's already
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a great
Okay.
place. Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
is a
we'll
really
see
good
what
place.
happens as soon as we get back.
Wow, Dan,
I
no
am
transition. I'm impressed.
What do I do
Wow.
here? It's like, I don't know. I could throw one, but it's
Rhea
kind of a serious
suddenly
one.
pees into the air and it just
Oh,
kind of
no.
goes up.
There you go. In a spiral motion. Well, for anyone that's new, we take about a 10-minute bio break. I'm gonna go knock that out. We'll keep our audio hot so you can chat with us, ask us your questions, anything like that, and we'll catch you in about 10 minutes. See you then.
Alright.
All right.
As the ship hitches up, the crew shits itself.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
And
is
that's where we
that's
take our
yes.
bio break.
I love it.
Be right back.
Okay. Let's see. Shit. That'd be perfect. That's what we'll do. Okay. Good. All right. What do I need to do? Okay. Oh, wow, you're killing it low. I see that. Okay, good. That's amazing for day 2.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, alright. Actually, go get. Ooh, shit. Go smash it.
said, you don't know me, this is so weird. I feel like I'm just like, you don't know me.
Don't know that. What do you want? All right. Who's? Oh. All right. So fun. Oops. Ice cream sandwiches, mother.
Nice.
Wish I had some ice cream sandwiches. I saw you, Lily.
Being extra silly. Oh my goodness. Oh. Things that, I mean, just, you know, so you can all plan accordingly, just as a reminder of things that are, might still be on Atmos. One of them is getting the notice from the contact in the Order of Spectres regarding the location of that island. You know, with the sacred text that talk in part about, there's a bunch of other stuff with the sacred text, but part of it covers the beginning of the Order of Spectres.
Which only Liaisana knows about that, right? Like,
Yeah.
because Liaisana
I mean-
hasn't told the rest of us basically anything that happened in the last episode.
If
So-
you came home and you were like, you came back to the
Yeah.
ship and like beeline.
Yeah. So Yeah, we don't know that. I don't think.
Right.
I don't
Right.
think she's even had a chance to talk to anybody, but she's afraid of who else she talks to at this point because of what he said.
Oh, I love the
Fair.
ending. I'm so sorry.
I just had the sudden image of everybody power walking to the ship, like the old style power walk.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
You realize that Sinister's guitar in Grundy's hands would look like a ukulele, right?
That'd be
Nice.
cute. I'm gonna teach you how to play. Yes.
I'm gonna take your
Like
beer
21
from screen.
Pilots. Sing like 21 Pilots.
Nice.
Wise men say.
Love it.
Let's go.
No, it's funny. No, I imagine the whole, guitar looks like a ukulele. I'm imagining somewhere the guy that's saying Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't remember his name, but the guy that actually created the song.
There was the Hawaiian guy too.
Well, I'm sorry, I meant the Hawaiian guy.
Yeah, the Hawaiian guy. Yeah, he passed away recently. No, not recently, but
Not
he passed
recently,
away
but
quite a
yeah.
bit,
Yeah.
But yeah, he actually was the basis of the other volcano, I think, in Moana.
Wow.
I finally caved and I did it. Got the porthole. Just wanted lavender here.
I love
Horrible.
I cheated too. I didn't have to do much. They actually sell this color depositing conditioner, so just leave it in for like 5 minutes. It goes,
Oh.
depending on how platinum your hair is, and the ends of my hair are like really platinum, so it just shows up better. And then
Nice.
if I just let it be and just do regular shampooing, it fades away again back to blonde. So I'm like,
That's
I
awesome.
can deal with it. I gotta get green and blue now.
Oh, nice.
I have the color bug.
Nice. It's hard to color mine, and it's hard for it to stay too.
it. Same.
My hairdresser does all the bleaching for me because
Nice, okay.
My
last time
hair
I
is
did it, I
very
messed up.
resistant.
Well, half my hairs are all gray, so it doesn't matter anyway.
It's awesome.
So it's easier to like color it.
My hair is like, no. Stubborn. Not today. Be nice to have some funky colors, but
Alright, I'm gonna
just
get
stay
us.
regular.
Oh no, I can open up my. Yes, oh, I haven't had this in 2 years. I used to really like this. I'm gonna see if I still do.
Ooh, what are we
Amazing
trying?
Sponsors. Just I've had it before. I used to like it. It's just
Oh,
Smirnoff
Smirnoff
Ice.
Ice?
Yeah, I just haven't had
Oh,
it in 2
yeah.
years. So I want to see if it's still the same.
They have other
I
flavors
mean-
too.
What else?
I like it. Yeah.
I
It doesn't have
I
too
get
much
this
salt.
I get Seagrams because they have like multiple flavors,
Oh,
like Jamaican
mhm.
Me Crazy or
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like Seagrams. Mhm.
So good.
I just don't like the maltiness. You know, like what's the other one? Mike's Hard Lemonade has a really strong malt. I don't know.
Yeah, there's also the Mike's Harder Lemonade.
Oh damn.
even maltier.
Malt for days.
Mike's harder. Got it.
Yeah. Mike's getting real hard.
Yep.
And with that,
Absolutely.
I
we
need,
in
I
return
need an adult.
over here to
Welcome to Extremis After Dark.
yeah.
Yeah, in Extremis.
Mike's
Mike's
getting extremis, if you know what I mean.
Go to the
Mike's
doctor.
sitting in my Extremis. I'm sorry.
We put. Yep. One extremis right into the other extremis.
So the ship
Can't come
nearly
back from this
vertical.
conversation. Can't come back from this.
Yeah. And with the ship now spiraling as it flies through this funnel up top, the clouds almost seem to close in as though it's trying to close on the ship. Can I have a fresh, let's see, I'm gonna ask, it was, let's see, what are we doing? Can I have
Now,
an
Liaison
athletics
tied all
check?
3 of them.
Okay. Yeah, can I have an athletics check?
Using the rope
Oh,
climbing.
oh, cool. Okay, nice. With advantage, you're all tied off, and pretty secure.
And Breela tied, Liaison tied Breela down.
Yeah, she did.
Grundy's tied down, but you can see where he's gripping onto the railing that it's starting to like form indents with his fingers.
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone on the upper deck. So Breela, Lizana, and Grundy. Lizana, what'd you get?
You said athletics at advantage.
At advantage for everyone. Mm-hmm.
So, I rolled a natural 20.
Beautiful.
So 23 total for athletics.
You're just kind of standing there. You're not even gripping a thing. You're just like, you've got enough of the lean and the rail. You're just like working with the spin. Like, eh. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Awesome. Grundy, what'd you get?
Got a 13 on advantage.
Okay. Well, you're gripping super tight onto the rail. Your body's like, but you're holding on to the goopy. You're holding on to the railing pretty well though. So I mean, you stay secure. You don't go flying or anything like that. Breela, how about you?
19 total.
Beautiful. So you're doing pretty well. You're relatively sturdy. Hip's killing it on the navigation and survival. You burst through the cloud layer of whiter, lighter grayish clouds up top. And as you burst through, it's maybe a couple hundred feet of this lighter cloud. You can't see a thing. It's so dense. You hear the cracking beside you and then kind of below you as you're starting to pass through this area. And you burst forth above the clouds at cruising altitude. And up you are, above the storm. You break free. There's the starry sky up above. The 2 moons, the cobalt moon and the larger white moon above. And you're peering out almost like over an endless ocean of these storm clouds with lightning dancing around from cloud to cloud below. You break free. Kip starts to right the ship, and as she goes to slow down, she immediately kicks the speed back up as she's peering it down, because behind you, where that tunnel is sort of collapsing, as it plumes together closed, or rather a plume of cloud comes up, and what appears almost, let's say, make a perception check, the 3 of you that are up top here. It'll be a disadvantage because of the factoring in some physics here. Grundy, what'd you get? Right, okay, yeah, you're just, all you see is the railings in front of you as the spin finally starts to come to a stop and the ride is almost over. Breeless, what'd you get?
14 total.
14, okay, and Liazana?
I got a 12.
Okay. So the 2 of you, I mean, maybe it's just the clouds. You don't know why it collapsed in on itself, but it kind of looks almost like an outstretched hand before it just kind of falls back onto itself into the cloud cover. I have Breelith and Liazana do a quick history check, just a straight history check.
So you said the 2 of you.
Yeah,
What do you
Grundy
mean the
didn't
two
see
of
that.
you? Oh, okay.
Sorry, Grundy just saw the railing. It was yeah. Mm-hmm.
I suck at history, so I rolled a 10.
Okay, and again, this is a straight check, not disadvantage.
It
Okay.
was a 13 for
Was a 10 and a
Leela using
13?
lucky.
Okay, 13.
Breelith, I gave you inspiration.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah, it has not been 10 minutes. it sends. You definitely
Okay.
still have it.
What is that again? I'm sorry.
It's a D8.
Okay. I will add a D8 to it then. Stephanie, where did your... Always the dice you don't need.
Stephanie.
Well, that's a 15.
Hmm.
It was only one, but it's my sub, my 35th. I'm sharing it right now.
Okay.
My 38th month
That's 2d8
anniversary.
you can add. Oh, thank you.
Woo!
38 months. Woohoo!
Okay, so it's 15.
Wait, we get sub dice?
Oh yeah, if you sub to Twitch.
I just resubbed. It's been my 6th month now.
Nice. Yeah, every
You
month.
get 2D8s.
Yeah, it's 2d8. So, yep. Patreon gets their own, and Twitch gets their own, or both. Some people do both. But it's 2d8, and you have one that month to use it. You can give it to yourself, you can give it to someone else. It works on every single thing except death saving throws.
24.
Nice.
Oh, okay. I'm sending you a message, Jen.
Okay. Zoom or where?
I'm gonna
I
text
am,
it.
Okay.
I am super hyped for secret messages. I think I get more excited over the secret messages than my natural 20s.
Yeah, I can see that.
And this one's a juicy one because it's taken forever.
Let me know if you don't remember this, though, Steph. And I'll elucidate further.
I'm already.
Okay, I'm gonna to make this faster. I'm gonna mute real quick, and I'm just gonna send an audio message to Steph. Sorry, chat. That's what I'll be doing just for a moment.
Oh, it didn't send the first part. That's fine. Okay.
I was about to say real quick, who can read this?
Oh.
We tried.
Oh. 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 I don't.
That's a lot of O's.
I'm not able to listen to the voice message yet, but I think I remember. Of course, after he's sending this long ass voice message.
I feel, yeah, I'm feeling excitement and terror. Excited terror.
You're terrifically excited.
I'm terrified.
Ah!
It's like, oh no!
Okay, make sure that volume's turned down, Steph, or that you're muted before you listen to that. Yeah, okay.
I love that she put it up to her brilliant ear.
Yeah, that's great. Got my cookie cat from Steven Universe cover. Love this thing.
It's cute.
Oh, cookie cat. You can tell me.
That will be the first song I play on the guitar ukulele. All I wanna do is watch you turn into a giant woman.
A giant woman. Nice. I love that song. That show is so good. The mental health of it, oh, it's so awesome. Every episode I cried. I'm a sap anyway, but every episode
I cosplayed as professional beach hunk Steven. My best friend cosplays as young Greg, and we actually built the van together that he showed off at MetroCon.
Wow, that's
He's a Greg's
Nice.
fan.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Okay, that makes sense. That clicked.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It clicked. Thank
As
you.
that collapses back down onto itself, you're free of the storm. And as Kip gets out a little ways, slows the ship back down, and it puts it into sort of a holding pattern, so you don't get too far away from Atmos, in case there's things you still want to do there once the storm passes. I will say that as you get further and further away, the pain subsides, it decreases. And you're far enough away where there's still some pain, but it's now in everyone's chest, everyone that was affected. It's just in your chest. It's like a really bad case of,
Gas.
yeah. You know when you get that real bad like pain in there sometimes with gas and heart. Oh, it's kind of like that. So it's not super bad.
Acid reflux.
Yeah. So you could ask Kip to take you a little further away if you wanted. But the further you've gotten, you're kind of in like a circular holding pattern now. And included, since everyone, Charles, Charlie, Bo, Titania, Gracchus, Zia, gonna stare. I think it's everyone. Back.
I sit up a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because it's not spinning out of control. Because that probably was painful.
There's
And I
some
just,
bed dumping, yeah, for sure.
yeah, I'm gonna just like, you all right? To Titania and sit up and just try.
No, I feel better. I feel better, but I don't want to go through that again. Oh, what's that? Are you all right? Sinister, looking over.
I just think it was it felt like bad bouts of iced cream.
Oh,
I just learned on this world that it does not agree with me, and I have to use a thing called sword.
oh, you mentioned that before. I didn't realize it was that tense.
It is. I was on death's door.
Oh. Steer clear.
I'm gonna.
Mhm.
I mean, are you okay? And like you can see the facade drop a little bit.
I feel like we're out of dangerous part of that. I feel alright. Love to know what it was.
So, you were stricken in the streets.
I mean,
I'm trying to make sense of this all, cause
me too.
we were fine. I gave you a hug, then I felt it, and then we went on this wacky wild ride, and of course my guitar playing saved us all,
Oh,
cause that is how it works. Honestly.
appreciated. It was very sweet.
But he's trying to be funny, trying to make people laugh.
I'll check on the Gracchus, and then let's speak with the captain and see what happens. Why we're all okay at the same time, and maybe get our heads around this.
Yes, and we'll just pretend that we never hugged and that it wasn't fabulous.
Oh, no, we don't need to pretend such a thing. It was delightful. I really need.
Let me get another one.
Yes, and kind of goes in a little less. Like.
No, he's trying to. He's just trying to be silly. And
nice.
trying
He's awkward enough. He's like.
It's all right. Just let it happen.
Nice. And she does that, and then she kind of heads out to go check on a Gracchus.
And I'll follow her.
Okay.
Because I'm curious about Arrakis because he's so cool. He looks so cool. He's so awesome. He's got that swag about him. So he's interested in how he is.
Yeah, so the two of you head over to the next room. And Gracchus isn't there. He was. He's not anymore. I don't know about you, but I teleported somewhere else. I'm going to look around this deck. I ended up in the galley. I'll start there.
I ended up in a supply closet or something. Eden came and got me.
Oh, lovely. Oh, what on earth happened? As the two of you are marching down towards the galley. sitting at there's a counter that separates the dining area from like the kitchen area, and filling up, looks like for the second time, a shot glass or like a little, like a scotch glass with some booze is a Gracchus. Duster pulled off one side, one leg, down off a little stool there. Oh,
Oh, I get that. I'm gonna join you. And then
pulls
he's
2 more glasses down.
all right. Let's go.
Come on, this is we have ourselves any answers?
No answers, just death, and my guitar saved us all again.
Well, maybe we'll find them in the bottom of this. Find some glass over to you.
It's certainly fun trying.
Fuck. And a lot of you are sort of hearing that Vic has raced back, of course, over to the area where you were, Zia, just to check on you. Feeling, you're a bit better now. Is it alright if I come in?
And like, she's definitely gonna be like a little nervous, like if anything else is gonna happen or if this is a temporary thing. It's just like, I'm not sure. Oh, and then realizing that she can speak in English or in common again. It seems like it's over, and it's okay. It's not 100%, but and then like she'll kind of invite Vic in and have Vic kind of close the door and basically be like, so how much do you know about ASMR?
Oh, I know that they exist and that they're have some.
Of course they exist.
They have some celestial ancestry or something that
Yeah,
pops up.
and so for many of us, we have kind of a guardian kind of spirit, and
Oh,
that's yeah, that others can't really typically see, and like we're not supposed to really talk about it.
right.
But whatever just happened, it happened to him as well,
Oh.
and that's impossible. Like we can't think of any way that could even ever possibly happen. Like almost everything that has happened to us up to this point to us, no matter how bad, has never been able to cross like dimensionality in that kind of way.
Oh.
Like even if it's affected ghosts, it doesn't affect Bo, and so
Are they all right
I'm-
now?
like he's doing a little bit better, I think, and like she'll look over and hopefully Bo's on her shoulder.
Yeah. Yep. And he's sort of like fanning his face with the hat, like, ooh. Oh. Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. Sorry for not asking first, Bo. For
I feel he's earned it. So.
and
I mean-
Vic, yeah. Please don't share this with anyone. It's not right for them to kind of worry, and it's kind of, it's not something that we're even supposed to share. There's like a lot of legends and rumors about what happens with SMR who share anything about their guardian spirits. So
Won't you say a word? It'll die with me.
I really hope you don't die, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm really worried. Whatever happened obviously had just some sort of celestial influence. Because there's no other way I can possibly think of. Like, Sinister was speaking celestial. Sinister.
By that.
Like,
That's backwards.
the least angelic person I could think of.
Right? Such a troublemaker.
Yeah.
Me.
And so I and Titania as well. Like it, and that just
Well,
something is going on, and I don't know.
I'm here to try and help in any way I can to figure it out. And thank you for sharing about, especially it being such an important secret, for sharing about gold. Um,
Yeah, and of course, so he's and Zeal will indicate like, oh, he's like right here.
oh, just kind of like looks at you and then to your shoulder. And Bo's like,
I love that he has it like assumed that he is like crazy
yeah,
or
he's
like
just
delirious. He's already all the way in.
Yep, yeah.
That's great. That's
You
great.
said it. This is it. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, once I suppose once everyone's healed up and maybe we figured out what happened, we can see why did it affect you and Bo, which I won't mention, of course. But it got Sinister and a number of others, but others were just fine. So I wonder why.
Yeah. That's the other thing I'm unsure about. And I really want to implore Liazana that we go to the homestead. Because I think it might have something to do with the books.
Oh right, there was a book there. That's where that there were the people that went there before us, and you were gonna speak with the one of them came back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. And Sinister, bless his heart. Yeah, so we didn't get a lot of info other than that, but it's something. And, these kind of, I don't know what that was, like that storm, but it wasn't normal. It wasn't natural. Liazana was right. Liazana was onto something. And I think it might have something to do with some of the things locked away.
Well, I'm ready to get answers. I'm ready. I'm with you. Wherever you feel we should go.
And then, like, Zia's probably gonna just like fall over, just like very tired, like still.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna real quickly mind blink with Liazana, very, very briefly, and just be like, I don't know what you did, but thank you. And
you're welcome. I guess y'all are doing okay. She's still on the deck. She has no idea.
Yeah. Whatever you did, it seems like it's working.
Well, it wasn't just me, but I'm glad you're doing better. Let's all get some rest.
Yeah. Aye, Captain. And then she'll leave.
Alright, does anyone else, now that we're in a holding pattern, have anything they'd like to do in particular? Once you're untied?
I want to entertain Arrakis and Titania.
Okay.
We're going to be doing drinking games, card games, throwing popcorn in each other's mouths.
Nice.
Like, and maybe like, you just hear us, but we're just like gingerly like still sick and all right, getting really getting really
Nice.
really right with the drink.
I think Titania probably won't partake of the drinks, but she's definitely gonna go all in with everything else. Like Rack
We're gonna
is
play
right there
cards
with
and
you.
games.
Yeah.
And then I see her not doing that, so I'm just gonna like slide her a shot of milk so she can be, woo, so
Okay. She'll hit some of that up.
I can't drink this, but you can, and you will drink this.
Yeah.
It's like hey.
Sweet. Alright, so you end up, setting a good mood there. Brila, did you have something in particular? Okay, go for it.
Yes. Brielle is going to find, kind of maybe excuse yourself to a room, or, probably excuse yourself to a room and close the door. And, will use her. Oh shit! Is he there? Oh, he's there. Yeah, her patron is still at the call, right? Yeah. Use her sending stone to the patron to reach out to them. After close the door. Hey, me? Everything okay there? Ran into some weird storms. Long story, but just checking in. Are you good?
You get a response pretty quickly. Breatheth. Oh, I'm sorry there's some stormy weather. Things are exceptional here. We're making progress. There's so much to go through, but it's so riveting. He blows to 25 words, like, in excitement about some of the discoveries. You hear, like, half a sentence about whatever's going on.
Rita's gonna go out and see if she can see Liazana.
I'm assuming you're going up top.
Yeah.
So after untying everybody, I'll get past that part.
Yeah.
Aftercare, yeah.
You know that bondage. Anyways, she will. She's actually gonna go in and check on Ash.
Oh, okay. Ash got dumped out of her bed, for sure.
Yeah, she kind of.
And is like groaning, like awake, like, oh, trying to like pull some blankets and like pull herself back over to the bed. Lydia, oh, can you please help me back up in this thing? Oh, got thrown halfway across the room. What the hell's going on out there?
I'm so sorry, Ash, and she's immediately going to try to pick her up and get her in the bed.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, this is. Easier fluff up this pillow if you would.
Oh yeah, she'll.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Rodeo, what happened? Everyone all right?
We're doing better than we were, I think.
All right.
At least according to Zia. You weren't, well, besides getting thrown out of your bed, you weren't hurting more than normal, were you?
No, I was sleeping until I was tasting some board.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all right. I'm sure it had to be done. Whew. What is it? Were we in another fight? What happened?
Yes and no.
Ooh.
There was this really weird storm, and, she'll kind of quickly try to tell Ash what all happened with Titania coming aboard, and then all of a sudden everybody was hurting, and, how Liazana figured out that the storm didn't seem to be natural, and that's why they had to go, like, vertical and get up out.
Sure, right? That's just another day in the life of our crew.
Yeah, unfortunately. Is there
Life.
anything I can get you? Anything I wish I could help you with your wounds.
Oh.
I don't know how much help I could be.
I think Vic had some medicine he gave me earlier that helped the pain a bit. I would love, if it's all right with Dr. Vic or whatever, I could just have a little more of that if it's time. I don't know how long it's been.
I'll definitely go check with Vic.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Ooh. And Vic will give you more medicine to give her. It's just some, like, pain reliever. It's like ibuprofen, anti-inflammatory pain reliever. It's been 6 hours, so.
Old D&D bear medicine.
Nice.
Breelith wouldn't have seen Liazana on the top deck, she probably would have looked in the captain's quarters.
Okay. Which I think are currently empty in the cap, or is that where we have?
That's where Ash is.
Okay.
It's where Ash is.
Yeah, you open up the door, and yeah, you say, I guess, Lisanna, do you want to think you're going to run into Breelith one way or the other?
Yeah, if
or-
she doesn't, I would imagine either she runs into Breelith then, or she'll run into Breelith on the way back.
You're just closing the doors, Breelith, and stepping out of the main deck, and you kind of turn around the corner, there's Breelith coming up the stairs, looking for you.
Can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah, I'm trying to go get medicine real quick for Ash.
I
What do
can
you
wait
need?
until you're done.
Okay, I'll be real quick.
Okay, take your time.
And she'll run and grab the medicine and then run back.
Okay, alright, still boat entirely covered in water still, good like quarter-inch across the deck, but you run down, it's all down the stairs, you get the medicine, you come back up. You can give it to Ash, and she's thank you, and goes to rest some more, and you can come back out and see Breelith.
Yeah, so she'll just kind of, keep the door like a crack open and, okay, Breelith, what did you need?
So, I kind of noticed something. Did you see the hand in the sky?
I don't think so. I saw something maybe, but I was trying to make sure we all stayed on the ship.
Sure. Yeah, so when we were leaving the storm, there was a hand that kind of reached out from the clouds. And,
Like an actual hand? Like flesh
Yeah.
hand?
it was kind of made from clouds, right, Dan? Like, just kind
Mhm.
of like, yeah, I mean, it looked like a humanoid hand. Yeah, just kind of reaching out. And I, recognize it. So, you remember that little kind of like weird thing at the house in Macaw that kind of changed, structure? Like one day it was something, the next day it was something else.
Oh, like the
Kind of,
ring thing in the middle?
is that it, Dan?
Inside the house?
Yes, that's it. So one day it was a hand, and it looked exactly like motioning exactly like this one. I think it's related. I don't know what to think of that because
Well, if it's related, do you think the storm is somehow linked? Because everyone that got hurt was starting to speak Celestial. And we're kind of assuming that Macaw is where Zia came from, and Zia's Asimar.
yeah. So I don't mind telling the group. I was just letting you know because this seems important. And it's a bit scary.
Have you spoke with your patron? Like, is everything okay over there? Do we need to go there?
I reached out to my patron and he said that they have a lot of discoveries, but he said everything's fine. I acted like nothing bad was going on. Seemed in good spirits. Said, in fact, was so excited I didn't even hear everything because it ran over the 25 words, or like the limit. So it seems okay there. That was my first thought too, but I don't know. I don't know what to think. I mean, if it's maybe it's the person that owned the house before.
But then why would they be trying to hurt us?
Maybe it's. I'll let the rest of the group know unless you. I mean, it feels like the right thing to do.
Actually, we need to have kind of like a chat, but we need to like she's gonna like look around and see who else she can see that's around them on the top deck. I don't know if Brendy's still up there or Kit or
Relith would have made sure that they weren't like surrounded by people when she talked to you. So if people were around like close, she would have like guided Liazana away.
she's going to she's gonna kind of like lean into your ear and well she's gonna try you know, with the eye difference.
Oh, right. Well, if she sees you like straining to lean up, she'll just kind of like, you know, lean down a bit.
She's gonna whisper into your ear, we need to have a chat, but only a few of us. Not everybody, and it needs to be very discreet. I can't risk I can't risk anyone else hearing. I think I need to ask Ash if we can move her into a room and maybe we all go into the captain's quarters and shut the door.
Do you want me to get the others? Like just our immediate crew? Do you want anyone outside of our like, you know, Zia, Sinister, Brandy, Ashabar?
Just us. But be discreet about it. Like, mind link if you have to. But only individual mind links.
Got it. And Relith will just kind of step away and go and take care of it.
Let me check in with Grundy before we dance. Grundy, what would you like to have done this time? After in time.
I haven't moved. I am still gripping the rail really tightly. I've nearly been flung off the ship, being dangled by a rope vertically. So, finally, like slowly releasing my grip on the rail, taking a look around, trying to get some dignity back into things by just straightening up my tunic. Like, gonna head down, make some tea. Would you like some?
You know what? Sounds lovely, yeah.
I will be back. Kind of just shakily make my way down to my quarters.
Nice. Alright, so...
Muttering, not again, not again, not again.
Awesome. Okay, so does anyone have any... Sounds like, Liazani, you're gonna move people around, like move Ash out of the room and stuff?
Yeah, she's gonna go in and just, you know, kind of apologize to Ash, but ask her if we can move her into a room.
Whatever you need,
More
Lee.
permanent room.
That's right, it's nice having a private room, but, she tries to push herself up, but she can't really. I'm gonna need a lift, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it, I'll carry you. Don't worry about it.
Alright. But can you bring that pillow, though, darling? That pillow's just right.
I would love to, but as soon as I shut the door, that pillow's gonna disappear.
Oh, no, that's why I was so delighted. I was sleeping on the cloud. Alright.
I'll see what I can drum up for you.
Alright, I'll lower my expectations. Carry me away, Leah. Oh, she gestures, but it hurts. You're
man.
able to get her to another room. And gets...
Rila's going to go around and see if she can catch everyone by themselves. If not, she will like see where they're at and mind link with them individually.
And which people are you mind linking with?
See, well, she'll do it individually. She's not going to do
Yeah.
more than one person at a time.
Okay.
Sia, Sinister, Grundy, and Ashabar.
Now, Leah, were you saying just you and Bree left?
For what?
That meeting?
No, the meeting's gonna be with, like she said,
Oh,
a
okay.
six.
Immediate.
Alright. Just wanted to check and make sure.
Thanks,
Okay.
Dan.
No, that's okay. Just, you know. Alright, so you contact all of your fellow player characters, figuring everyone's a-okay innocent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, round them on up. You're able to get everyone. Yeah. But of you, including Ashavar, if you want Ashavar there too. But
Yeah,
Grundy,
the Ashavar, Grundy, Sinister, and Zia, and that's it.
All right, you get them. Are you just coordinating them like at your next convenience? Come into the captain's quarters.
Yes, correct.
All right,
But
everyone.
don't
gets-
and
probably be
stress that they don't tell anyone where they're going. No one. Not.
I would be the hardest to pull away because I'm in the middle of playing games.
I mean, and Zia would be like, wait, why can't I tell Vic?
Nope. No, you can't. Sorry, I lost my character. Nope, you can't tell. Don't. No one. No Vic.
I mean,
Just
I trust
Nope,
him with my
I
life.
don't. I understand. I understand. Yeah, but we just need you.
I mean,
to
he's
know
been
about
there
this.
longer. He's been with us since the beginning. I mean, Grundy just got here. Why does Grundy get to come?
Yeah, don't make me like. Just.
Wait, have we gone to like tier lists of trust now? Okay, whatever. If Liazana's making the call, Liazana knows what's happening. Whatever. But
Oh, if I'm not making the call, if I'm making the call, that means it's not okay. All right.
I'll be there. I'm not happy about it though.
It's similar, like trying to get Sinister pulled away, like, but I got my vibe. Yeah.
Did it? No. Okay, I gotta go. I'm very important. I got important things to do. Don't look at my cards. Don't look at my
of
cards. No cheating.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it.
Please.
Look at here. Here it is. No. Look at it. No. All right, I gotta go. Bye.
When
Sinister.
Brilith gets.
The team
Yes,
just throws
yes.
a piece of popcorn at you to catch you.
Ah!
Yeah. Skills.
Brilith gets to the captain's quarters, like probably ahead of everyone, I would assume, other than Liazana. Brilith will just kind of look at Liazana and be like, "Sometimes I miss my family." Okay. So they should be here soon.
Okay. She's already closed and reopened the captain's quarters.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly check with Grundy and see how he responded. Do a direct message. DM. What up?
Yeah, I'll be there. Finally managed to get the shaking stopping, so I put my tea down. I have to bring the tea up to Kit though, and make my way back down into the cabin.
Thank you, Grundy.
And Ashbar doesn't give a crap. She's like, oh yeah, all right, sure, I'll meet you there. Whatever, we just went through all this, so yeah.
Nice to have friends that don't question you. Lovely.
Is it? Yeah. I like friends like that. Keep
my
me in line,
gosh.
friends. Keep me in line. Okay, so the two of you, Liazana, when you reopen it, what does it look like? What kind of scene do you want to set?
It's gonna be kind of like an interrogation room, but with like a round table with 6 chairs instead of the, just the one small table.
Okay.
Pretty simple, not anything like too big, but she also wants to make sure that when people come in that they shut the door.
Okay. Is there a single like dome-shaped lamp above it that you can like point at people?
Pretty
Where were
much.
you? Okay. It's like dark. The whole room's kind of dark except for this table in the center. Okay,
Yeah.
and chairs. All right. Brilith's in right after you. Grundy's probably next, and then Zia, and then Sinister.
I would definitely be
Ashavar?
last, and seeing that it's only us in the room, get extra paranoid and look around for the scrying things before I close the door.
Mm-hmm. You take a look around. No scrying.
And then dramatically,
Nice. And again,
Zitter.
the whole space is completely dark. It's like it's endless darkness, except the table, maybe like 12 feet away. Circular table, room enough for comfortably 6 chairs around it. one lamp that comes from who knows what ceiling. It's dark up there. Chain down, dome lamp, and us with a single very bright bulb inside.
Love the ambiance. It conveys the message wholeheartedly. All right. I love it.
All right, Captain.
You're dramatic, Liazana. You are dramatic.
Only when I have to be.
I love it. All right.
Everybody sits down. You wanna? I'll pass it to you, Liazana, since you've arranged it.
Guys, I'm not gonna beat around the bush because I'm sure y'all want to know what happened, and I'm sure we'll have time later to find out. But I'm kind of actually afraid who will I tell, which is why I limited it to y'all.
Aw. That's sweet.
And I really hope that I'm not kicking myself by saying this to y'all. I have been informed that we have a traitor on our crew.
I knew it. I knew it.
But this is also coming from the guy that I met that is part of the Order of Spectres.
Oh, okay. I recant that last statement, but it makes sense.
So wait, you feel like you've eliminated all of us, correct, Ben?
Sorry, what?
But you feel comfortable telling us because you feel like you've eliminated us.
I feel like I've eliminated y'all, but I can't say whether I eliminate everybody else.
Okay,
But-
well, I can definitely vouch for Vic. Like, he's fine. Like,
I understand that, but as much as I would like to eliminate some people, if there's anything I've learned, the people that become closest to us can be the people that it hurts the most when they turn against you.
I could start an inquisition and a counter whisper
I-
campaign to suss out the.
Sinister, I don't want anybody else to know that we know.
I want to. Okay.
I'm just saying that we all need to start watching our backs more carefully. More than likely this person already knows how to get to Macaw.
You think they were here from the beginning then?
Well, we haven't added anybody else besides Titania, and Titania still also knows how to get there.
We
I mean,
using
we
our
added
boots. We added boots.
and Grundy.
Yeah. And then immediately turns to Grundy.
I would
and-
like to
Looking
point.
at Grundy.
I would like to
Like-
point out I have just joined you, but if you would like to ask me any questions.
Yeah, I'm so curious, Liazana. How did you make this determination?
Yes.
Grundy, who's been here for Grundy, how long have you been here? Like how long?
That makes it
A
a
couple weeks at this point.
We need a
9 days.
thorough inquisition
And Vic, Kip, and Wisp have been with us for
from the beginning.
a couple years at this point, I believe, timeline wise.
It's at least a year.
Keep
yeah.
in mind, though, that this contact has known about me trying to track them down for as long as I have, and that's been several months at this point.
So that means from the beginning when we had added Ash. Ash!
I don't know.
No. Like, that's ridiculous, Sinister.
Would it be? Set it up to hold yourself hostage, and then we can't find you, and then all of a sudden you pop up, horn missing. That seems like a setup to me.
This isn't like one of your rock operas, Sinister. This is different.
No, this is real life, and I you know. All right, listen. I come from a long line of manipulative, yet hot people in power and positions, and they always start with the subterfuge to throw off any suspicion from them by putting themselves into a possible situation and be like, no, was it really? And then the whole time, aha, I'm a demon.
Yeah, that's a classic. I guess I'll give you that. Liazana, so do you think this also had something to do with what Sinister and I and a couple others went through.
I don't know if it's related.
I feel it is. It's all related.
I'm not sure though.
Yeah.
Brilith, why don't you tell them what you saw?
So, when we were escaping the storm, there was a hand that was reaching out from the clouds. Kind of like a large hand. Almost like God-like or apparition-like or something. And she would have made that the motion. And it hit me where I'd seen it before. Back at the house in McCall, there's like a ringed statue sort of thing that changes every day. Maybe you've seen it. It's in like the hallway. I think the main hallway. One day it's one thing, the next day it's another. One day it was like a woman, like a little statue of a woman. The next day it was like good and evil or like some kind of battle. But one day it was a hand, and it was exactly in this like reaching out like this one. And that's what came out of the storm that we were escaping. So, it feels like an awfully big coincidence for it to be coincidence.
Not to mention that all of you that were hurting were starting to speak Celestial.
Yes.
And there seems to be Celestial origins on Macaw as well.
It definitely wasn't a coincidence.
I checked with my patron who's there at the house, studying things, and his assistant, and everything was fine. I mean, they said that they had some some findings, but nothing was wrong.
Well, I'm glad they're okay. I definitely don't think that this is connected to the potential leak of information or whatever.
I do and I don't. And here's why. The demon web plus the celestial realm are having a battle for all of us in the middle. And they're trying to tear apart the fabric of reality. And some of it is poking through. Hence, why am I here? I'm not the spy, by the way. No, I am a spy, but not the leak in this instance.
I just can't think of what Akrakis, Titania, myself, and Sinister have in common.
Because
that why
we're badass. That's why. And they're scared of us. And they're gonna poison us because we're a threat. Because we're awesome. Or our fates are intertwined with the fabric of reality and they're trying to take us out. I don't know.
Liazana, I think if I could suggest, I think this might have something to do with the books and whether or not they've been utilized by my sister or by somebody else. And the last bit of information we had, which was way before the military excursion, was going to McCullostead.
Yeah.
McCollumstead. It might be too late, but Vic was also feeling, because his parents were brought up by the person from the Order of Spectres, that he was fearing for their safety. And so I would implore you, like, that might be a decent option.
So, I don't think we have to worry about the order for right now.
Were there any spiders? Or my sister looks like me, but got a blunt bang and a top ponytail, and she's like, I don't want anything. Did you see any of that in the storm?
No.
Oh, thank God.
At that description, Grumby coughs.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Sinister just
spiders.
looks at him pointedly, like trying to sniff out like body language clues.
Grundy gives away nothing.
You can
Cleans his glasses off and puts them back on.
you can do an insight check if you wanted to contest it. You do insight versus.
Absolutely.
That'd be up to you, Grundy. If it was, if it's deceptive, roll deception. If it's, not, and you're just persuading, you can do persuasion.
Well, it may come as a surprise that Sinister is not the wisest of characters. So I got a 10.
You're muted.
I guess I would have to roll deception against that one, right?
Up to you. Whatever would be fitting. If it's
Oh, it's as
deceptive
playful.
deception.
It's playful as possible. So I'll just go, yeah.
Wow. That's
Wow.
rough.
Really good or really bad? Oh, did it roll in the
It was a 0.
what?
I
Oh
rolled
my
a 0.
gosh.
I got a -1 to deception.
No, it's not that Sinister will know your secrets, but let me know what you think what he might, glean as far as are you being deceptive or silly or what's the body language read?
Just like I know of Sinister's sister.
So I could sense that you're lying to me and you're hiding it. So I'm gonna hide that. I know that you're lying.
Okay. All right.
Double blow.
Yes.
Getting a little here.
Agreed.
But my sister exploding into spiders has something to do with all this.
I don't know if it's related though.
Yeah, I don't think the exploding into spiders part was necessarily super relevant to the whole
The
thing.
demon web, the adversarial part to the Book of Enoch and your celestial daddy. There's also an undercurrent of the opposite effect, gaining power too. So I think it's a okay. Oh, okay.
They're
Alright.
always saying they're gaining power, but I mean, like, come on, the Celestials are Celestials. Like, no, nobody can go up against that. Like, that's
Yeah,
insane.
well, okay.
So
All right.
how if we're suspecting people, how should we
Suspecting
operate?
everybody. Everybody is a suspect until they're proven not or dead.
I don't know.
So, Liazana, of the things that were told to you, do you remember which took place the earliest in our adventures?
It's not that. It's when I started digging into the Order of Spectres, which was very early on, very, very early on, before y'all even knew anything about them. I guess they've been watching me since that point.
Was
And
that
then,
before the first time we came to Atmos?
no, it had to been after we went to Staffney Island and stopped all that stuff.
No, there was an instance even earlier than that. But
I'll add,
What?
if that's okay, just because this would have been something, what's his name would have gone over in the convo. Because he has, he's playing sort of on your side. And it was in my notes, so this is my bad. He would have mentioned that a lot of people ask, and they don't really care because it kind of keeps up the, they don't mind when people ask so much because it keeps up the mystery and like the threat and, the legend of their thing. But when it started encroaching upon business, I think he did say that part, but when it started reaching, inquiries were being put in to business partners, that became a thing. And that's sort of something that you think probably would have happened once you partnered with Allie, because Allie would have, like she was doing that. She's reaching out, trying to get answers. But the thing I'll add is he would have said he wouldn't have been like, the first time we heard of you, but in the conversation, he would have been like, it's not wise to ask openly in a bar. And he'll share that a furbolg in your party was overheard talking about it. That one episode where they were, can't think of his, your awesome disguise. The sad,
Oh.
Yes,
the sad guy
yes,
that lost
Brian,
his family. Mm-hmm.
Brian and Sinister.
Mm-hmm. There was a
Well, I don't-
perception check, yep, done during that episode as Real Sun Disguise said something a little bit, not quite. It was pretty whispered, but it was in the bar. I think she was talking to someone, not in a whisper.
I embarrassed the dude by his big nipples, and he was
That's amazing.
self-conscious about it.
Aw.
And that might have been the tipping point too. And wasn't that in Staffney Island?
That was in Staffney after that effectively is what led to your contact being found out. That's some
Yes.
stuff he would have probably shared a little bit, that long conversation he had with you, Tiana.
Yeah.
And that is when they're like, who are these people? Here's a warning. That's all great because that keeps us the fright, the fear, and respect up. But now, who are these people? And that's when, just to give you a timeline, because he would have definitely shared that. It was in my notes.
Well, yeah, because that was whenever the guy was killed.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Waylon, I think.
Waylon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
So,
it was after we did the whole thing with the bunnies.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So Guardian was with us,
Yes.
Yep.
but Eden was not.
Ash was with us.
Grundy was not. Ash was with us. Ashavar was not yet.
No. Cassius was.
Cassius, of course, was with us. Yes. Boots was not.
Who's
I don't
not?
think. So that
And Eden
That-
wasn't either.
that is not necessarily 100%. Like, obviously, like, that was a pretty horrific crime. Other people
Eden-
could have seen it or something. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. But that
Eden
could have
joined
been.
us shortly after too.
But if this guy was trying to help you without helping you, Miyazata, I feel like he would have sprinkled other hints. And that
he
might
has to be
have been
very
one of
careful
them.
with what he tells me because here's the thing. The only reason why I'm trusting what he says about the fact that we have a traitor, which doesn't necessarily mean, I'm just saying they've been watching us since then. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's been somebody since then. But I trust what he says because he actually knows who I am. So, like, knows me. And that's why I'm trying to track the origins of the order, or at least do what I can, because unfortunately I tied my own hands at this point.
Why does this all have to be on you though? I mean, we're here with you. And we're in this deep now.
Well, that's
I
also
mean-
because y'all forced that, so...
I mean, you can't be the captain of the ship and not have people under you that care about you. That's just how that works. And running
that's
off
true.
and trying to do these little things scares the shit out of me. Not gonna lie.
Rila?
Because you're paranoid.
Well, that, yes.
Rila? Is there any chance at all, that it could be your patron?
Now, he did say crew,
That is a good one.
but that was a very loose term.
He does know where we were and does know of
Should we go back to McCall and make sure everyone else is safe, or?
yes.
I trust if you trust him, like, Rila, like,
I don't know him, so I don't trust him.
I just. Here's. I don't see why he would want to get rid of us because this discovery could be really big for him.
Knowledge is a powerful drug, and it's the cornerstone to power. So yeah.
I mean, that's all I need. I trust you. I believe you.
I mean, when we're back, I can talk to him, and I can maybe.
I think going forward, you shouldn't advise him of our progress. Just.
I don't. I haven't been.
I'm just saying, going forward.
I haven't been advising him of our progress, Sinister.
I'm just saying, I suspect him.
Okay, so Liazana, what do you want us to do with this information now that we have it? Other than be careful, like, should we keep trying to figure out?
Watch every word you say. If it is somebody that's actually on the ship, I don't know.
Well, they would take note of individually us, and they would notice that we're missing for this point in time, if they're on the ship.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've had a meeting like this, so.
Yeah, but we could set up a trap.
Oh.
That's a little too obvious.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We just we need to find the mole and kill him. Obviously. What?
That will be a little tough because as soon as you shed suspicion on one, that's going to spread.
And what if you suspect the wrong person, then the traitor just goes right under our noses?
They shouldn't have been looking sneaky. I don't see the wisdom in keeping him alive.
Well, we don't know who it is yet.
Yeah, keeping who alive, sister?
The snitch!
We don't know who it is.
Yeah,
sister.
I'm gonna find the snitch. Whether you like it or not.
Okay.
Well, if you're not discreet about it, then we're screwed.
I'm very discreet. Discreet is my middle name.
Yeah, just like you were with that kinku.
Yeah.
I was super discreet. It's not my fault that we were in the daytime and I was in my fancy garb and
Listen, if it weren't for Breelith and Liazana's quick thinking, all of us would be in prison right now.
What's wrong with that? I mean, okay. Alright. I'll be discreet.
Thank you, Sinister. I really appreciate it.
I have ways of getting people to talk.
Oh, I well
yes,
aware.
but other people talk as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could. Here's the thing. This is how you catch a spy. You put out a red herring, and then they go, and then you find the one that did it, and then you're like, ooh. That's how you do it. You throw out the bait, and it's false. They act upon it because it's such a juicy nugget. And then they do it, and then you can find the source too. You can you guys don't. Oh yeah, you have rivers. You don't have. Okay, all right. Fishing with the stick and the string and the hook, and you do things, and you put it, and the fish comes. I don't know. People did this for me, but you put the fish in the thing, and then.
What does fishing have to do?
Well, here's the thing. We're on a fishing expedition to find out who the mole is. And if we throw out a false bit of information, that party acts on it. And then we follow the act and be like, ha, we got you. And then boom, roasted. We got both parties. And then we kill everybody.
I don't think we need to kill everybody. I think...
What?
Guys...
If
I've said it once, I said it a million times. We need to be discreet. I'm just telling y'all what he told me. We don't have to act on this yet. We just have to be knowledgeable of the fact that we don't know who it is. We just know it's somebody. And I'm actually trusting that this person told me the truth.
That's also another thing. They could be completely lying to just demoralize us too.
Like I said, they've been with the order longer than it's been, way longer before it became corrupt, and they also know who I am, personally.
You see Grundy sort of like shifting on his seat.
I suggest that we keep, wherever we're going, we keep it vague. We just tell them where we're going, but not why. Just for now, and then eventually, whoever it is will trip up and let know some information that will tip us off. But I think our immediate concern is what happened exactly with our crew just now, and why everybody started. Well, not everybody, but everybody. Some of these people, some of our crew got affected by whatever the storm was.
Clearly sabotage.
Including 2 ghosts.
Yeah, how do you sabotage a
Clearly.
ghost? That's crazy.
So then, let me ask this. Are we going to Macaw or are we going to McCollumstead? Because it sounds like it's between those 2 places right now. And unfortunately, most if not all of the crew would know why we're going to McCollumstead.
I would still put my vote in for Homestead, but I would understand if you made a different decision.
The only reason I'd want to go to Macaw is because of the storm. See if there's any new information we can find, because it sounds like this storm is something celestial related. But I don't know. But I know we've got a lot to cover in McCollumstead. I'm just saying, whoever the trader is probably also knows what's going on. If we go there.
And it's also been to Macaw.
I highly doubt that the trader would understand celestial goings-ons. I think they're totally unrelated. I mean, there's nobody on our crew.
I'm not saying the trader is dealing with the celestial stuff. I'm saying the storm was something, had it been something celestial related.
Yes, which is why I think going to McCombstead is because we got a tip that the book was there, or one of them. But once again,
but it's a fair bet that whoever the trader is also knows that, because we've discussed that a long time ago.
Yes, absolutely, they know that. But what are they gonna? I mean, I'm more worried about my sister, who has probably already gotten there at this point, because this was like almost this is a few weeks ago that we learned this. So we'll be lucky if there's anything left there at this point. And I highly doubt that there's anything that they could do or figure out. I don't think the specters and my sister are on the same page.
No. Listen, guys, the specters are gonna back off for now. We've been sitting here talking for too long, and we need to set a course before whoever it is starts trying to find out where we are, or listening in. I will vote for McCollumstead as well, if y'all think that's where we should go next.
We need to get on the ball to get this celestial stuff rolling as soon as possible, because I really think that everything's working in concert against us, and the fabric of our universe is going to be torn asunder. And that's more important.
So is that a vote for McCollumstead? I'm confused.
Yes, it is. It was always a vote. I would.
Okay. Grundy, I know you have a lot to catch up on, but you're
I
part of
have
this
no
script
idea
too.
where McCombstead is, but I'm all for finding out what the deal with the storm.
And I don't know if we're going to find answers on the storm there either, but we do have a lead on something else there.
Then
Which
follow your best judgment.
I believe is related to the storm.
Me too.
Okay.
Well, my
Realize-
vote's with the captain, so.
Sounds fine.
And Ashbar?
Dan.
Sorry, Ashvar. I was so like listening to this and writing notes. Like, oh yeah, okay. Ashvar is. Well, I can go either way. Relith, you said you talked already to someone there, your patron. They said everything's fine.
Yes.
I'd probably vote for McCollumstead, but things if we trust patron?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and interject that little bag when we were in the treasure room over in Macaw, and you put a note in there. That might have not been great either.
It doesn't help to bring it up now, does it, Sinister?
Yeah,
I'm
come
just
on,
saying-
Sinister. Like, really? Like,
I'm
we already
just
have all
saying
else going on.
that we don't need to go back there right away in case things are happening. So that might put more towards the McCullumstead cap. That's all.
Here's the thing, if we go to McCollumstead, it's still only maybe like 15 minutes from there to Macaw. It's 15 minutes to anywhere. Anywhere to Macaw.
Yeah.
So we might
Yeah,
as
what
well
I'm
just go
trying to
ahead and
say
head
is-
to McCollumstead, and if we need to head to Macaw for some reason, it's not that far.
I say it's not. That's a last resort. I mean, what do we need to do? Water plants? I mean,
I'm only saying we maybe, if we can't find answers on McCollumstead, they might be on Macaw, because the hand was exactly the same like Rita said.
I'm not in a hurry to see that nightmare beast. Just saying.
I mean, well, he wasn't that bad. I spent the night with one of those.
It was a complete nightmare beast. I
Yeah,
don't
it's-
have nightmares until
They weren't
that
harmful to
beast.
us, though.
Not at all. Like, honestly, kind of cute when you get to know them.
Excuse me. Okay. I don't have
So-
dreams very often, and I had nightmares. So.
Liaisana's gonna stand up. I'm gonna go find Kip. Let them know that we're gonna head out to, that we need to change course to McCollumstead.
Can we just like
And try to
give 'em
save up
coordinates?
whatever storm's left.
Can
Huh?
we give them like coordinates because not everybody would know the place by their longitude and latitude.
Everyone is already aware of McCollumstead, though. Let's.
You have that one. You saw it before in that big dome that you can use in the captain's quarters sometimes as the navigation thing. A big globe that spins around, and that was one of the little blips. So you would have that.
I'm just trying to minimize possibility of telegraphing our location. Do we have telegraphs here?
I don't know.
Across an island, probably, yeah.
I'm just saying, I mean, we're trying to minimize the leakage of information that could possibly put us all in danger.
I know, but what's to minimize when it's already been said?
What I'm trying to say is, like, maybe going forward, just use coordinates instead of names of locations. Only
Okay.
the navigator and a few of us that know how to navigate know.
Let's just, I'm heading out. I think
Yeah, me
Liaisana,
too.
you said everything that needs to be said. I trust wherever you go forward from this. Thank you.
Trust anyone.
And thank you for saving us as well.
Well, it wasn't just me, but let's head out. And Liaisana's gonna walk out behind Zia.
Doors open up. Sunlight kind of pours in this really dark space. You'll walk away from this round table with a single light.
Wait, I thought it was stars out whenever we got out of the
Oh
storm.
yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. It was nighttime. Right.
I was about to say,
I think
has it been
that
that long?
blue light floods
How long
in.
have
his
we been
face.
in here?
Oh my god.
Holy
the
shit.
whole night.
Nice.
Oh my god.
All right, you step out onto the upper deck, and Kip is up at the wheel. If you want to go up and quietly, give those. Oh,
Yeah,
Cotton.
Liaisana's gonna. She's gonna kind of whisper into Kip's ear. Apologies for the discretion. Set a course to McCollumstead.
Of course, hey, all right. Pull some levers and get some other stuff kind of lined up. Looks at the stars. Uses her astrolabe. Great. Captain, full speed. Do we want?
Yes.
All right. And you feel the speed kind of pick up as you break out of that loop and begin flying towards McCullumstead, or as Vic knows it, Muthalani, as it was previously called. Yeah, it's fresh, crisp air this night. Of course, you're above the clouds, so really you don't just see the bright moons, that are sort of behind you in the direction you're heading. and just the stars, but the galaxies and all the beautiful colors of the nebulae and everything else that unfold in the sky above. Looking down, you see the storm continuing. You kind of have to backtrack a little, but you avoid that storm. But you see it down below in this dome-like shape encompassed around Los Isles. Seems to be dying off a little bit now. It's dispersed a bit since an hour ago when you left it. And you are flying through the night off in that direction. So it's going to be, the homestead is close, but it's probably like a good, how far away was it? I think it's just like a day and a half away with your ship, because your ship's pretty fast. So there isn't much, that goes on in that during that travel time, unless any of you have any. Relis, what you got?
Brilith, after they would have walked out of the room, the captain's quarters, she would have just kind of like watched everyone kind of go about their business and would have went back into the captain's quarters and would have imagined her home, where her family is, before she opens the door.
Oh, okay. Well, your home spreads before you. It's a nice sunny day in there. You're like inside your house, and there's windows that go out into the backyard, and nice soft sunny light out there. Grass.
She's just going to cuddle up on something and just sit.
There's a couch just inside past this exterior door, mud room, and then in that next room's like a family kind of sitting on the couch. You've always used to lay in like an L shape in a corner. Just nestle up with pillows you remember. And same scent, same sounds of other siblings in the house about. You don't see anyone, but you hear the sounds.
She'll probably tear up a bit. So a couple of tears maybe on her cheeks and just kind of relax there for probably fall asleep there, honestly.
Alright. You're drifting off. You have to chuckle to yourself as you see the infamous the wooden spoon used to pass around as people have things to share and discuss. So you get some comfortable rest. That kind of puts you into the next morning. There's only half a day of travel left, we'll say. And it's about that time. It's been about a day since you've departed. Liazana, you get a message in your head, a sending bell. Thanks. Sorry, let me quickly make sure I get the here. Where are you? Of course, I didn't keep that handy, did I? Make sure I'm in the right document. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Isana, this is Emmett. You left so I could give you the information. Coordinates for the island. Looking for. He reads off coordinates for the island that has the sacred text. And gosh, you just heard those coordinates as Kip entered them to navigate with. It's McCollum Stead. There's a tribe there that considers those texts as sacred texts. Hope this reaches you. We know if not. That ends the message.
Am I able to respond?
Mm-hmm.
And you said it was Emmett?
Emmett? Let me
Emmett.
check. Yeah, Emmett Zinpida. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Hello, Emmett. I sincerely apologize for, leaving so suddenly. We had an emergency. But I very much appreciate you giving me these coordinates. I will treat this with discretion.
Okay, you
Thank
that
you.
message. Oh. You send that message off in reply. And knowing that arrival at McCullum Stead, I'll even, advance time a little bit further until you're getting pretty close to the island. It's certainly smaller than Atmos. It's one solid chunk of island as opposed to several. And it looks pretty deep, but it's fairly like an upside down pyramid in shape as though it was plucked from the ground below somewhere. It looks like a dust bowl from here. You can see there's very little vegetation on it. And it just looks not quite like a desert, but it looks very dry and cracked. And you're not getting any visuals too keen on it, but I will show, because I actually prepared it ahead of time. As you begin arriving, I'm going to share for our viewers here. I don't know why that's a different size now. Sure. But here we are. This is the first image you see as you, because that's not the right image, that's why. Oh my gosh, this program drives me so nutty sometimes. Alright, well, we'll just use this one for now, because it's that time of night. You see, it looks like there was maybe a civilization sometime in the past, but it's very arid here, and desolate. And this is just you flying around the outer perimeter trying to find a place to dock. You continue to fly over a portion. Kip seems to have an idea of what spots on an island to look for. Let me see if this second image is going to pop up properly or not. Okay, good. You fly over the island a little further and see this is your ship up in the air. Again, more ruins, maybe a person. It looks like in a very worn out town, quote unquote. There's some these are old stone buildings, but there's some wooden buildings that were slapped up a very long time ago, decades ago, that some people seem to be living in. As you pull into port, you wrap around a dock on the outer edge of the island, and you have officially arrived in Devil's Ledge. This is a port town, mostly deserted, here in McCullum Stead. I think that's where we'll end tonight's session. Well, how exciting. Yeah. Yep, so, amazing work. Everybody.
Amazing work, yes.
Yeah.
You.
Oh gosh, that's very kind. You all killed it tonight. Holy baloney. That got real. You got me questioning a bunch of things. Like again, I love the blind
You got me
faith in
questioning
one
my
another.
decisions.
Yeah. Nice. But gosh, yeah, I can't wait to talk about it in our Patreon exclusive after stream here. But
yeah.
thank you, viewers, as well. Again, thank you, players. It's so amazing tonight, and thank you, viewers. It's so great to have you here hanging out with us.
And thank you, Dan.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's my pleasure. Oh, I had so much fun tonight. It's so exciting, y'all. They're so amazing. I'll toss up our schedule here, which I know I need to sort out because it's a little off. But as you can see, we have a ton of D&D. If you had fun tonight, consider giving us a follow, and you can be alerted, notified of when we go live with all our other campaigns here and such, and a lot of art across the week. I'm gonna pick out especially Paint by Minis, where our own Christy here. There's their incredible insights with Step, and they do these amazing works. Geez, they're so incredible.
Thank you for the minis. I'm trying to fix this one. His hand's on backwards.
Oh, no, whoops. That's awesome. Let's see, and Mad Games at Dusk. Tricia rocks a bunch of awesome games. Definitely check her out on Sundays there as well, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern. And you've been watching an Extremis. This is our Sky Pirate campaign. With so many more levels, as you can see. We stream every Saturday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Again, you had fun, consider giving a follow. You can catch all our stuff. We're gonna raid someone new tonight, Okataime. And, yeah, give them a, actually, let me just make sure their chat's like a chat for everybody chat. Because sometimes I get in and it's like a subscriber or follower. Alright, looks good. Looks good. Please consider giving a caw-caw, a Mad Bird raid, and we hop in for support, a little branding, and I hope we'll catch you all next Saturday at a minimum, so you can find out what happens to our incredible crew here next week on the Homestead. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye.
Nice, nice. I'm just gonna do a quick caw-caw in their chat. So if you have the
Good.
awesome. Yeah, everyone's good. Okay, sorry. You know what I was gonna say. Yeah.
I have a
just-
horror panel tomorrow, but it's at least in the evening.
Oh.
Horror Comic-Con thing.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Alright, I will try and make this quick then. I think I did all the messaging I wanted to do, and I just wanted to throw some extra support at them. Okay, let's see.